lead behind a gem of a complete game, behind Yoshinobu Yamamoto's complete game. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! How we doing? It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in on a hump day. Hump day?
Had to get the trash out this morning.
Yes.
For me, that's a hike, man.
Well, my kids have to do that work.
See, I don't got that no more.
You got a wife, right?
There's the give and take.
You got a wife, right?
My wife was worn out from last night.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, she mowed the yard.
Oh.
9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
That's what it was.
9 times.
Damn, Rob.
And I faked 6 of them.
Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank.
And I faked the first 6.
Good for you, man. Good for you. I can never fake the first one. Maybe the second one. The first one.
The first one's just kind of an empty shell.
Yeah.
We're cleaning the barrels. That's something about Mary. You go outside with a loaded gun? You're going out on a date with a loaded gun?
Just blow the dust out of the barrel.
You gotta prime the pump.
Shooting blanks. Shooting blanks.
I don't know how we got there. Good morning, AJ.
Good morning, Robert. Good morning, everybody. How we doing out there? Good morning, Victor Brown on the other side of the glass. How are you, sir?
Good on cup number 2.
Oh.
That'll get the train out of the station.
Yes, it will.
I went to the doctor yesterday and did my
What happened?
Well, first of all, it's very annoying.
Did they find the vein okay?
Yeah. But they told me at first, we had to move your appointment. And I said,
oh, shut down.
Oh, well, was someone going to inform me of that? Oh, well, we tried to call.
You tried to call, meaning you failed at the call, or?
I didn't.
What does
Who answers the first of all?
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Who answers their cell phone when you call?
That's the thing. If you're calling me and your
it's
number
like,
ain't in my phone,
yeah,
you better leave a detailed message saying exactly who you are, or you can piss off.
Which is kind of like what you're
Because
supposed to
I
do.
have a sense that my voicemail mailbox is probably full. I never check.
I've got a thing now on my phone where if you're a number that I don't recognize, it will prompt you to say your name, like almost like a collect call.
Oh, really?
And it will pop
That's
up
cool.
on my phone if someone says their name. If they don't say their name, doesn't say anything. I ain't answering the phone.
I never answer the phone unless the name comes up and I know your name.
Yeah.
I need to know something more about you than that. Probably.
Ain't nobody got time
There's a
for
very
that.
small list of people I actually speak with on the phone.
Nobody got time for all that. So they were like, "Yeah, we tried to call," and I said, "Okay, well,
See, there's your failure."
now, what's our next move?"
Yeah. Well, you can go. We can see you in our place in Kerrville.
And they were like, "Well, we do. We can see you today. There's a couple people ahead of you, because all I had to do was this was a labs day, and
Right.
I'd already fasted. Like yesterday, I didn't drink a Dr. Pepper Zero in the morning. I drank I had no caffeine.
You have to do it today.
Yeah, I was like, this needs to happen. And so I ended up doing that. But now my appointment to go over these labs has to be a virtual appointment.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
That's good. I'd prefer that.
I do too, but except I need somebody to kick my knee around and see what's going on with this thing because it's bulky. I need some stuff. I need to get.
You need to be in the office.
I need to get my oil changed. I got all kinds of stuff going on. All right.
Mm-hmm. So that you got to go do the virtual, and then you get.
Then I'm gonna have to get another appointment down the road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But my real question is this: in the labs where they're taking all this blood and stuff, and by the way, I had to pee really bad, so I was like, I knew that they were gonna ask for my pee, so I held it, and
I can't do that.
Oh,
I
man.
had to give a urinalysis in a minute.
Yeah, I did. So I said, I know I got to wait. But it was like, ooh, we're getting closer. I was about to, like,
got
knock
about
on
5
the door.
minutes, so I'm going to need a mason
You had to
jar.
knock on the door.
But here's where this is what I saw yesterday, and I've got to ask you guys if you think this is right. Now, mind you, this is at a veterans facility.
Okay.
And everybody there was giving blood, and when you give blood, usually they've got little treats out for you, like like a little some kind of a snack,
Something sweet to get the blood sugar up.
get you back, make sure you don't fall out.
Mhm.
Well, the mailman came in, and
Well, mailman can have whatever he wants.
okay,
He can reach into the cookie jar.
can he?
Yeah.
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 Okay,
He's the mailman. He's
but,
a buddy. He's a dude. He's
That-
part of the fam.
but what about this? There was only a couple treats left,
There's more treats.
and there were people who were like actively getting blood.
I don't care. He's a mailman. He's part of the fam. Would you have been upset if somebody in the office walked out and grabbed a cookie?
The only reason I was upset was I didn't get a treat
Well,
because the treats were gone now.
You should have asked for one.
There's
Well,
some in the back.
I hadn't given my blood yet.
Well, when you're done, you should have said, "Hey, is there a treat?"
Dude, you're trying to get out of there when you're
Well,
done.
but I have no. If it was me and I saw the mailman walk in and take a treat, I mean, he's part of the fam. He's part of the
Okay.
neighborhood fabric.
Probably a veteran.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
That.
Okay.
I'm seriously. I get. I would be upset if I didn't get a treat, but I wouldn't be mad that he took one.
I'm mad at him.
He's a mailman.
He walked in, he dropped the mail on the counter, and then he went to the restroom, and then he got some water, and then on his way out, he looked at some stuff and just grabbed a treat and left.
I know many. Fine,
And then there was no treat left for me.
I've known many fine postal service employees.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Good dudes.
I don't know that anyone who doesn't give the blood should
Yeah,
be
I
taking
get-
the treats.
I get that, but he's
Now, this
part-
isn't like this
It's
isn't
not some
me.
dude off the street.
Now,
It's just-
listen.
I
This
would
isn't
have
me.
more problem if like the wife of somebody that was
No, no,
given
no.
blood went and got one.
I
No,
got
you
news.
can't do that.
This ain't me like bashing down on the mailman.
No, I know.
Well, this is me. Like if there was another veteran in there who wasn't given the blood and he took a treat, I would have been upset.
I would have been upset with that too. But
This guy didn't do it. He didn't give the blood.
Kind of like an office worker. Like if you were there and you saw a nurse walk by, grab a cookie.
I'd
Would
be
you-
like,
No, you would be like, I work here. That's one of the benefits. That's one of the perks. Well,
See,
that's for the
why-
blood givers.
Now it's their
That's what
fault
it's
for not
there
having
for.
more, and I guarantee you, there's bags of whatever they had in
I
the
know.
bag.
There's some
Let's
under
go
the
knock on the.
counter.
Hey!
We need
I'm
a
gonna get
refill.
my cookie. I'm gonna get a little fussy.
Need a refill.
Things are getting a little lightheaded out here. I hope I don't vomit all over the carpet.
So you think that's what I should have done?
That's
Do you
what
think
I'd
this
done.
is on me?
No, I like I said, there's a line. I don't think that the postal dude that comes by and says hi to everybody every day.
Again, I don't care that he's
Like
a
the
postal
FedEx
guy. It could have
dude
been
comes
the.
in like, hey, morning, everybody. Yeah, have a cookie.
Okay,
bro."
what if he's like an Uber Eats driver who's bringing
No, that
the
doesn't count.
gals their lunch?
No,
No.
well, if he's a regular. See, I look at it more as like you're part of the fam. You're here all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like the FedEx dude, the mailman, the guy who
Oh
who
wait,
runs
the
the
government
samples.
shut down, so there's no more.
Yeah,
candy.
and they're probably hungry right now.
Oh yeah, he's starving. He's got to feed his kids. That's why he took it with him.
So he probably put a handful of those.
See?
They're probably dry
He's going to
cookies
sprinkle
anyway.
a couple pretzels on each one of his kids' plates. And be like,
What exactly was the
Sorry,
treat?
kids.
What was the treat?
They had pretzels. They had the sun chips,
Ooh,
and
I
they
like
had the fruit bars.
Yeah, I guarantee you they had cases back there.
I don't know which one he took, but all I know is when I got there after I'd given my blood, and I gave 5 vials of blood. 5.
Yeah, that's
5.
normal.
And there was no treats for me.
I would have knocked on the table. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Hello?
Treats, please.
Hello? Where's my treat?
I need a.
You
need
got
a
my
little something.
blood?
I'd have just gone ahead and had a real quick beer because I'd have been a cheap date.
There was a bunch of people, like the people who went before me. Now, mind you, these are all old people. So, old people don't know how to act.
Not right.
But,
Wait, we're old people.
Yeah.
well,
that's why we know.
Yeah,
yeah.
we're old people.
Yeah, but like
All
older than
decorum is lost.
Oh,
Once you walk
older.
into a
older
medical
than
office.
us.
Okay.
Like they're like Rob's age, Vic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
old.
But those people, like, they gave their blood and then they went and like sat down in the waiting room again.
They're waiting for their ride.
No, I think they were like, oh, I got to drink some water. I was
they
like,
were like little lightheaded.
I mean, all right. I mean,
God
I'm
bless them,
upset
man.
about the snack too, but like you don't have to be a martyr here.
You need to get Joe some snacks.
But they did have their snacks. The old people were eating snacks and drinking their water and like still sitting there. I just wanted my snack for the road.
You could have gotten one. I'm pretty sure they had more. I don't think
Well,
that the postman was responsible for
well, like you
all of
said,
them.
the government shutdown. There was
There
no one,
is that.
the snack putter outer was
Probably
not
out,
paid
yeah.
anything.
He's on furlough.
Yeah, he's gone.
Just not there.
I blame the Democrats
I do too.
and the
Yeah.
Republicans.
I do too. Yeah, all of them.
I
All
blame
of them.
I blame Antifa.
Tariffs. Oh, you know how much those
I
fruit
blame
bars
the Proud
cost now?
Boys. I
Yeah.
blame them all.
Ugh.
It's all their fault.
Yeah, I do notice that. Like when you said, like Vic, you said we're getting old. We're old people. You're right because,
we are old people.
like, as I was sitting there thinking to myself, I can't believe that mailman just took that. You know who I said, I'm
Get
turning.
off my lawn.
I'm turning
Yeah.
into Larry David. Is
Yeah,
what
you're
I'm turning
turning
into.
into-
I'm
No, the difference, you've gone full Larry David because I've noticed that myself over the years. Used to, when you're younger, you've kind of gone Larry David because you think it.
uh-huh.
Then before you know it, you're saying it. And
Yeah.
that's when you've gone full Larry David. It's not that you're thinking it because we all think Larry David thoughts.
Yeah.
But the moment you just start letting it out, the moment you just say it and really don't care
Well,
that
Rob,
it's out,
I swear to
you've
God,
gone full Larry David. There's no going back at that point.
when I saw the postman take the treat, my first instinct was to look at the person next
Like,
to me
can
and
you
tell
believe
him.
that? Can you
But
believe
then,
that?
but then I looked at it. It was an old ass lady, and she just smiling at me. Ah, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
God.
I
I'm
got
not.
mine already.
I'm not gonna tell
She's going
her.
to tell me about her grandson.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
even-
gonna tell her. I'm not gonna start a conversation
it's
about
right.
this. But
It's
it was my first instinct to be like, can you believe this?
But I guarantee you, her purse was full of those fruit bars.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
I
already-
bet
She
it
was
was.
dreaded because she had already taken a fistful.
That's what you need to do. You need to grab it before
Soon
as
as
soon
you
as you
get
walk in.
no,
Stuff your pockets the
no.
American way.
That's
Yeah.
not the way it's supposed to be.
Bring a fanny pack and fill it up.
Jam it into your socks and your pockets.
That's not how it's supposed to be. All right.
Your VA hard at work.
Yep. All right.
there.
Let's get into the action on the other side. Big day in sports. Big day coming up still. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, about a 20-minute ride on 1604 westbound I-10 as you make your way on over to 281. 1604 westbound from 281 on over to 35, 15, 17 minutes. Still in good shape along 281 southbound, 1604 to Wurzbach Parkway, about a 5-minute ride. Then I-10 eastbound Loop 410 to 1604. No delays, 5-7 minutes or so. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Hurry! Mattress Firm's Upgrade Your Sleep sale ends soon. See their sleep experts today to find your perfect bed from their premium selection and save big on better rest. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law Fights.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
George gets justice. You've heard the national lawyer ads. Same story, different name. But when you've been through something traumatic in San Antonio, you need a local team who fights for real results. That's why so many get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George is from here, listens to people, and fights to help them get their maximum compensation. Call 210-225-0909 or visit GetGeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to SASportsStar.com now and register to win. SASportsStar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Good morning, everybody. A little bit of baseball news outside. You know what? I guess we'll mention that the Dodgers did win the baseball match yesterday, 5-1. So both road teams took 2-0 leads.
Blanked them, baby,
in their respective series. And Mariners game 3 tonight in Seattle. So, they're taking on the hated Toronto Blue Jays.
Well, everybody listening,
big rivalry game,
needs to, at least for those of us that are literally listening right now, needs to root for some team other than on the West Coast to get there. And that's the only way we're going to get that is in the American League.
Well, the Brewers are a
that's close. That's close. But that would mean the Dodgers would have to lose. That ain't going to happen.
Well, yeah. So you got to cheer for the Brewers or the Blue Jays.
I know. So one of these is going to have to win. Or we're going to have a lot of I think we got a lot of late nights coming. We got about 6 or 7 late nights coming with the World Series.
You might. But maybe the biggest news out of the world of baseball today is that it looks like Alex Bregman is going to opt out of his contract with the Red Sox, which is certainly in his rights to do so. He agreed to a 3-year, $120 million deal last offseason, but it had opt-outs at the end of each of those years. And
it's a good agent.
Yeah, and he finished with a 273 average, 18 homers, and 62 RBI, which to me is like, that's a good year.
Yeah, for
Am
the
I
Sox, I mean, he's protected somewhat, but it's also a mess.
Like, would I pay $40 million for that?
So why?
I don't
know. No, he won't.
But somebody's going to.
Somebody is going to.
Now,
you're not.
Or
you're not dreaming of something weird, are you?
Or someone's going to give him a longer deal. Like, and that's probably what he's looking for.
The sum total after he would have to make a minimum of more than $80 million at the end of the day. You're not dreaming something weird, are you? You're not thinking Houston's going to jump into this pool, are you?
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. I don't think it would be smart.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But no, I wouldn't be surprised by that. But no, I do think that he'll end up somewhere else. But I just found it interesting that we're seeing this more and more now. The guys opt out at first opportunity.
Well, I mean,
nobody wants to sign. And this is the downside if you are the teams of these guaranteed contracts. No player wants to sign a 1-year deal because they want long-term stability.
But they want 1 year out.
But exactly. So baseball, the players' union with baseball is.
They got there first and they did it right. They fenced themselves a pretty good place. But I will say this: there is a definite debate going to be right around the corner regarding salary cap in baseball, especially if the Dodgers win it again. You can sense it. There's a lot of teams. Look at it. Who was the best team in baseball all year?
The Milwaukee Brewers.
And they said 0-2 going to L.A.
Yeah. Well, if you're coming in here to talk about salary cap, you could shove it up your. Isn't that what Bryce Harper said?
But I do. There has been a sense that this is getting out of hand, and we'll see.
I'm not. I don't disagree with that. I just don't know that. I don't know that you can break into that at this point. I don't know that it's even possible.
Well, you couldn't do it immediately, but you can build in some rails that don't allow it to go any further.
Yeah, well, I could see that, but yeah, they've already started this thing down a road where it's going to be real hard to bring it back.
Yeah, that road started back in the 70s too. They've been doing this right for 40 years.
Yeah, they were very very on top of it. These baseball fellas. Now the NFL and especially the lady basketballers, they're looking for the same deal. They want the same deal the Major League Baseball guys get. Well, that's hard to get.
The dream of guaranteed money.
Yeah, and if you well, I guess the only way to get out of it is if like they, have sex with a 14-year-old in the Dominican Republic. Then it's like, okay.
And even then, it takes a minute.
Yeah, well, we're gonna try. And the players' union is like, well, you can't prove that.
Right. There goeth he, but for the grace of God,
that's
so
right.
do I.
But yeah, that's the latest thing that is a plague to baseball teams is, we signed this guy to a long-term deal, but he can get out of here as soon as he's got a good year, he's going to bail out on us.
If we're going to get into the silliness of the way teams are paid, and players are paid. The silliness of the buyout for college football coaches.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting the – now, granted, if you want to talk silly, think A&M and the silliness that went down there. But now it's happened again. It's kind of silly that coaches have that kind of sway. But, given the axiom of those, there's two kinds of coaches, about two and have been fired. Yeah. I get some of that safety net, but I don't know how we got here. Like a guy named Franklin, who has never really done much but sustain, gets $50 million to go away.
I got to, we think that of James Franklin now, but also remember where Penn State was when James Franklin took over.
No, you're right. And we have to extrapolate dollars, and you have to treat coaches like CEOs of corporations. That's what they are at the end of the day. They are the primary face, the head of a money-making entity that involves winning football games. And you look at how CEOs are paid across this country, and they're getting paid appropriately to that. And the thing is, I'm all about coaches, and I'm all about their ability to shape men and do the thing and women and do those kind of things. But the moment they became CEOs, things got weird.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. All right, let's take a break. And speaking of coaches, well, let's talk a little bit about that, the jobs that are open in college football and the domino effect that they could have. We'll do that coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, about a 20-minute ride on 1604 westbound I-10 as you make your way on over to 281. 1604 westbound from 281 on over to 35, 15, 17 minutes. Still in good shape along 281 southbound, 1604 to Wurzbach Parkway, about a 5-minute ride. And I-10 eastbound Loop 410 to 1604. No delays, 5-7 minutes or so. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Today's not just any day, it's your lucky day. Staples Easy Deal Days are extended now through October 18th. Easy Rewards members score up to 40% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Head to your local Staples store or visit staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
Energy slipping away, losing your edge? Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center offer a quick free T test. Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded, personalized for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting at trtmvp.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors at GiveMeTheVin.com. Why did they sell us their cars? It's because you're worth more, and your car's worth more. I know that, and you know that. That's why I created GiveMeTheVin.com. It's the fastest and easiest way for you to sell your car for more money when it's time to sell. I'm sitting here waiting on the other end of GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinigle. You know, summer is behind us, so now is the time to get your roof inspected and be ready for whatever winter has in store for us. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're a local, family-owned company. You know, the folks at Stevens Roofing deal with the same weather we do. Your roof protects your home. It protects your family. For comfort, confidence, and peace of mind, get your roof buttoned up for winter. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or go to stevensroofing.net.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.
Even bad hair day?
Yep.
And tree branch fell on my car day?
Especially that day. Progressive has you covered 24/7 for your home and auto.
How about thought it was chicken, but it was tuna day? Or overnight construction outside my bedroom day?
Those days too.
Great, because that was each day this week.
Been there. Well, at least your home and auto are covered every day with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $600 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep Easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in Iraq, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
JTV, Jewelry Television. With 80,000 jewelry looks, we're kind of a big deal. Even bigger with new lines of designer handbags, fragrances, and more. And biggest of all, because you could win a 7-night stay in Bali, spending money, and thousands worth of JTV jewelry, making you kind of a big deal. Enter by December 7th at jtv.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Then watch JTV on TV or shop jtv.com for big holiday deals.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, did the Texas Longhorns find their way and turn a corner? We're going to talk to Bob Ballou from KI Sports in Austin. He'll let us know. And RJ Ochoa to talk a little Dallas Cowboys football. He needs to get some things off his chest. And Minix is back. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right. Good morning, everybody. The college coaching carousel continues. We have open jobs now at, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 schools. And there's a range of how quality the jobs are. They go from UAB to Penn State. You know, there is some range there. But Stanford, UCLA, Virginia Tech, Oregon State, Oklahoma State, Arkansas, UAB, and Penn State are the jobs.
That's a lot of prime jobs. That's a lot of very good destination. That's the apex of your career coaching jobs. There's 3 or 4 of them in there. That's your highest aspiration.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's one destination job.
I mean, not everybody gets to be president of the United States, but a lot of people aspire to be senators. I mean,
Okay.
you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, I
I
get
mean,
that.
you end up at Oklahoma State, that's the pinnacle of a well-done career. I mean, there's no
But I think
shame
most-
in finishing the coaching line. Your apex is at Oklahoma State. There's not. These are destination good jobs with histories of success.
But I think most of those senators have aspirations.
Well, not every
more.
coach. I mean, a lot do, but a lot also realize, man, I'm perfectly happy right here. I got a good budget, got a nice house, got a good golf club membership. Alumni love me. Why would I want to leave a situation like this?
Now, most of these guys are going to have interims go for the rest of the season. That's just kind of the way it goes.
You know, it's funny the way that the transfer portal has affected the way you hire and fire coaches. It's shortened the fuse on things that explode now because you got to get in place before the portal hits, or you'll lose out on this. It's like the annual running of the trout. You know, once the trout run, they're not coming back again till next year. And if you're not in place, you're not going to get the guys. You end up like Oklahoma State with no talent.
Yeah, UCLA is in a weird spot because Tim Skipper's been kind of put in charge of that program when Deshaun Foster got fired.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 games that UCLA's won, all anybody's talked about is Jerry Neuheisel, and
Who looks like he's 18.
I know, but he's the guy everybody's like, oh yeah, he's turned him around. It's like, well, he's not the coach.
Yeah, and probably won't be.
Won't be the coach. But the rumor now is, or the rumor that I heard yesterday was that Mike Elko could come up. His name has come up a lot in the Penn State discussions. I still have doubts because I think A&M is a job that very few schools are going to money whip A&M.
Oh yeah,
and I don't know that Penn State is one of them.
Oh, they could. I mean, I'm being a realist here. It would be. I do think that there's competition for that job. I do think that there's more than one high-end coach. And even if Elko is or isn't, I don't know. But I do know that Matt Rule's all in. I know that for sure. And I'm sure there's a couple of assistants that are all in. And I heard the Pat Fitzgerald name from Northwestern that's back in the fray. That's all. And so I do think that the competition will negotiate down. I don't think Penn State's going to need to money whip to get a very good high-end candidate. I think that because there's several coaches that really do want this job, it's not going to be that expensive for Penn State. It might be a longer term. The total money might look high, but they might be able to seal in a dude and buy and get some safety nets built in because Matt Rule's already politicking for this thing.
Yeah,
you know. So I do think money whipping won't be an issue, but I also know, just like A&M and a bunch of other schools, if alumni want a guy, they can come up with the money.
No, you're right.
I mean, if you really want him, you can get him, and you'll come up with the buyout and you do it. Such as the modern college football world.
I forgot that there is another job open technically, the Kent State Golden Flashes job, because Kenny Burns got fired in the offseason over like a booster stolen school credit card situation. But that's one of the worst jobs in the country, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they're better than UMass.
They are.
So,
yeah.
I mean, they can look down on
proved
something.
it on the field. Proved it on the field. But if Mike Elko were to leave for that job, that opens up to me another. If Penn State's an A job, which I don't even know if it is anymore, I think Penn State's a B+ job.
Well, I mean, you're talking about there's only 10 of them in the world,
right?
You know what I mean? So they're an A job, and I quantify the A job as they're one of the top 25 institutions in the country that have every resource you could ever ask for. And, you know, you might get a different color widget when you go from Penn State to Michigan, but it's the same widget. It's just done a different way. You can get everything and anything that you need. It is at your beck and call. You know, you might not have the reputation, but you have all the resources.
Can you win there, though?
Yeah. Why can't you? What are you talking about? We're talking about a guy got fired because he's only going to win 8 games.
Can you win a national title?
Yeah, yes. I think now that we've coalesced, it's given more teams the ability to get there because all you got to do is get hot now in a tournament. And we're going to have a team, before you know it, that's going to come at about 15th and win this thing because all you had to do is get hot at the right time and be healthy. It hadn't happened yet, but it will.
I got a text yesterday. It said Penn State's not been number one in the AP poll since 1997.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's one of those things that's like, man, because when I was a kid, Penn State was a big deal. Like they went undefeated. They were on top of the world.
They weren't part of the Big Ten back then. They were an independent.
No.
You got to pick and choose their schedule, and they jumped into a conference to, ensure income.
But they also had they were a recruiting monster. They
they were
Kerry Collins, Kajana Carter. They were they had these dudes.
Yeah.
I just don't know if Penn State is an A-level, A-list job anymore.
So to you, an A-list job, there's only 4 of them in the world.
There maybe 10.
See, to me, I think that number's twice that.
And I think to say that there's no separation between Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State, I don't think is fair.
Well, as far as winning football games,
I'm talking about as far as the ability to win a national title.
The ability. I see. I don't. Your argument. You say that about schools, and I think they're one coach away and one great recruiting class from a title. I mean, it really is the case now.
Then get there.
Well, yeah.
And then you can join that list.
Well, see,
but right now they're not on that list.
They are to the extent that they have the ability to go get just about any coach they want. I mean, there's a lot of.
Then is Nebraska on that list?
No, not yet.
Why not? They've got all the money, all the boosters.
No, they don't. They really don't. That's
why they've got a pretty good booster.
As far as if you're going to rank. They're in the A list of that's a destination program for a lot of coaches. I mean,
they've won more recently than Penn State has.
Well, I guess. I mean, and they've won in the last 25 years. So but I mean, if you that's enough. I mean, it's to me, if you win comes down to resources. And there's about 25 schools with all the resources required.
See, to me, like Oregon has all the resources in the world. They're not a blue-blooded football program because.
See, to me, they are.
Prove it. Then why have they never won? If you
put out Heisman Trophy winners and you're selling.
Baylor did that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's been more than one coming out of Oregon. I mean, they put in out dudes. Yeah, they didn't Mariota got it, and didn't they send another one?
No, I don't think so.
Only Mariota. I mean, they're New Year's Day bowl game worthy. To me, that's an A-level program.
Is Arkansas an A-level program?
Not currently, no. When you're sitting without a coach, but they should be. That's one of the. You're in the SEC. You got a budget of $50 million and resources like that. Yeah, it's an A-level program.
Yeah, I don't see it as an A-level program. Like I don't. I think Penn State Penn State is to me very much like A&M. Like they're knocking on the door. They're always very close to going to that level.
To me, the title it's so hard to get, and so few get it because there's fewer schools that are capable of it because there's only a couple of coaches. It really comes down to the coaches, and it's not the school. It's guys like Saban and Meyer and that are able to go. It doesn't matter where they go win. So it's even rarer. It's not about the school. It's about the coach and where he lands. And if you look at where those titles are coming from, it's even fewer institutions. It's not about the school. It's about where did Saban land and where did Urban land.
Well, A's should be hard to get.
Well, I'm just saying it's even less so the school. I mean, up until before Saban arrived, Alabama was a lost-at-sea program.
I agree.
And before he got to LSU, they were a lost-at-sea program. But Saban landed there and fixed it, and suddenly they're there. Not because they're anything different, but they managed to get Saban.
But
and
you can also get demoted from that level, too.
Well, yeah, there's relegation. But what I'm saying is if you quantify programs like that, it's not the program, it's the coach.
Yeah. Well,
Saban could have easily landed it. He could have stayed at Michigan State and turned them into a powerhouse, but somebody else paid him.
But also, we're in a new era. Like, do you think Dabo could just go anywhere and win?
Now,
I don't.
You know what? I don't know how this new era is going to work. I get the sense that that money whipping at the end of the day will be the answer. But now more than anything, I think the coach's personality is going to matter even more because you have to get them and hold on to them. You don't get to lock them in anymore. I think the number of coaches that can win is kind of spread out a little bit because you don't have to. You're no longer a crypt keeper that just acquires talent and doesn't let them leave until they've proven that they can't play. Now you can just hey, I'm not getting enough minutes, I'm gone. So I don't know what this new era is going to look like, but I get the sense that because they're spreading talent a little bit further around, there's more opportunity for more schools.
All right, we'll continue this discussion on the other side. I got to tell you about Blue Star Tequila. Oh, my sweet, sweet nectar, the Blue Star Tequila. Guys, the Añejo, which is that's my go-to. I'm an Añejo guy. They won double gold in the New York Spirits competition last month, and that's okay, cool, double gold. That's great performance. How about they also won best in class with that same Añejo, beat out every other tequila in competition. There were $800 bottles they were up against, and the Blue Star was the least expensive bottle in the running, and it won the whole damn enchilada. That's how it's done. Blue Star Tequila is 100% additive free. There's no flavoring, no sweetener, no coloring. This is just a straight up nature's goodness. Nature's goodness. And believe it or not, it matters, but it's night harvested. World's first and only night harvested agave, and it's better for the plants. Somehow it is just a better thing. And it's unfiltered. Nothing added, nothing taken away. Guys, if you haven't tried this yet, you need to try it. You can find it at Specs, Costco's, Alamo Cities, and Total Wines. And I assure you, the Añejo, like I said, fantastic. Reposado, the Blanco, and the Honey Reposado, all worth your time. Give them a try. That's Blue Star Tequila.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
This Sunday, I'll be out to Twin Peaks Park North as the Cowboys get set to take on Washington. Hey, it's James Pledger with San Antonio Sports Star, and we got your chance to register to win an Epic Cowboys jersey just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, we've also got your chance to win tickets to go see All Time Low at the Boeing Center at Techport. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat in a 29-degree beer and win some prizes just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Park North.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Cancer claims our loved ones every day. When the Byer family lost company founder Perry Byer to cancer, they established Byer Cares. And this October, during Cancer Awareness Month, Byer Boys will donate a portion of all service fees to the American Cancer Society. Please join us in our fundraising goal by visiting ByerCaresFoundation.com. There's a can in cancer, because together we can beat it.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Good morning. Howdy, everybody. Rob and AJ huddling up in the morning. I won't be here tomorrow. I'm leaving on a jet plane after the show today.
I may or may not be here. I haven't decided.
Well, listen, quite frankly, it's not my problem.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Yeah. You guys. I mean, you guys have to. You guys actually have a meeting tomorrow.
We're gonna act well.
So sucks for you.
I don't know.
We may or may not.
You
be
got
here.
the
We'll
meeting.
see.
Yeah, you got the meeting.
You might call in sick. What's that called when you sick out?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we'll coordinate it later,
we'll
Rob.
Figure something out. Fight the power. Fight the man.
We got the one day COVID.
We got the Thursday flu.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lots of discussion about what's a blue blood program, what's an A-list program. I mean,
what
I
about
guess
Miami. Where do you put Miami in this? See, I put them at an A-list. They're eminently capable of winning it.
They're working their way back to the A-list. I'm about it. I feel like every 2 or 3 years you could go up or down. I think right now Miami's a B-plus job. Like if they get the right guy, it can be an A job. It's just
an A program.
An A program. But I think Miami's in the same boat right now as Penn State.
What about USC? Is USC capable of winning a title anytime soon?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, dude, think about the coach at USC.
But not UCLA.
No. The coach at USC left Oklahoma to go to USC. Like that's
with limited success. But yeah, again, he falls into the same category. It's funny the teams that you include and don't include. When I already include
I don't think
team,
I don't think USC's an A job right now at the moment.
But see, at the moment, to me, every team I've mentioned, I look at it as a destination. Right guy, right place, can win a championship. Every team I bring up. All of them have the resources, have the recruiting ability, have the scope, and they have ready access to talent. I mean, they have fertile ground to recruit from. I think every school I mentioned is an A program.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. I mean, first of all, Miami does not have great facilities. They do not have great.
No, there's shortcomings, but you're talking about fertile ground to recruit from, and
sure.
The imminent opportunity to win a title. Shoot, yeah, man.
All right, we'll get into some more college football a little bit later on. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Joel, don't you just love Halloween?
It's okay, but I do like your troll costume.
I'm not wearing a costume.
Folks, if your home's AC starts making those witching sounds or the pipes in your walls start moaning and clanging like ghosts having a party, call Quarter Moon at 651-5899 and we'll send our team of highly trained
Ghostbusters!
I was gonna say technicians.
I ain't afraid of no clogs.
Quarter Moon Plumbing and AC, 651-5899. License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
May I help you?
I just wanted to request a late checkout, please.
Of course. That's $30 per hour for up to 4 hours.
Huh. Okay, but if you can offer a late checkout, then that probably means no one is staying in that room. So if it's empty, maybe I can just stay a few extra hours.
Oh, aren't you adorable?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Pros don't just show up. They prove how it's done, with precision and without shortcuts. Makita tools are built the same way, with a dedication to lasting quality, trusted performance, and results that reward your effort year after year. When the job calls for the best, call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Energy slipping away, losing your edge? Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center offer a quick free T test. Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded, personalized for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting at TRTMVP.com.
Progressive has great customer service, and it's easy to reach us because great and easy is the way to be. Like salads. Great for you, and so easy you can put any group of veggies in a bowl and it's a salad. A full carrot with a head of cabbage? Weird, but still a salad. 1 radish and a couple of green beans? Also a salad. 14 blueberries, half an onion, and a sunchoke? Odd, yes, but an odd salad. So contact Progressive's customer service by phone, app, or online. It's great and easy, just like salad. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot northeast side of town, 35 northbound Tupperwine. This wreck causing delays from Weidner just occurred, but already about 6-8 minutes. On 14 eastbound, that connector to 281 headed southbound. Disabled vehicle, right shoulder of that connector ramp is blocked. We've got ongoing road work downtown, 35 northbound, Cesar Chavez to 35 right lane, and I-10 upper level eastbound Calabria to Frio, 2 right lanes are blocked. Now we are starting to slow down along 90 eastbound, 211 to 410, and 35 northbound Tupperwine to Olympia Parkway. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NFL, Dallas Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones told 105.3 The Fan yesterday that he believes they have the ammo to make a potential trade, citing their draft capital and cap space saved in the Micah deal. In Major League Baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers continue to dominate the Milwaukee Brewers, taking a 2-0 series lead behind a gem of a complete game, behind Yoshinobu Yamamoto's complete game. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Hump Day. Hump Day. We're making it, Vic.
Yeah, we're there.
I need more often Edwin to work on Wednesdays so we could get,
tacos
or coffee. Like, I need something. I need some sort of sustenance.
No, I need that green drink again.
Oh, God.
You don't need that.
Liquid Drano.
Oh,
I love it. It tastes good.
Man, I can't. I'm on a no taco.
You're on a taco-free diet?
For a little bit, anyway.
What's a little bit?
About 6 weeks.
What?
Well, that's until my next blood test.
It's prime taco season.
I know. I'm trying to be ready for tamale season, though. To me, it's kind of like I can be ready for turkey season, but I want to be ready to shoot the deer. I can put up with this for bigger game for tamale season if I can just get I don't want to get on any. I'm very proud of being 60 and not having to take any medication. It's one of my proudest things. And I go back in 6 weeks, and I'm afraid that if we don't cut down a little bit on the taquitos, I'll be
we can eat them.
Medicated.
Some of us have the gout.
And some of us had the beatus.
It is what it is, man.
So I'm eating apples in the morning for breakfast.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
I ain't in y'all's world. I'm eating Peter Luger's Steakhouse tonight.
So Peter Luger's, you're gonna. For those that don't know, Peter Luger's is famous for a very unique way of serving their steak.
And you know what? The first couple times I went, I wasn't sure if I liked it. Like, I didn't like the way it was being served to me, and I've wanted to ask them to not do that.
Please not cut it up. I'll do that myself. But they that's what they do.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean that they do their steaks a lot like Ruth's Chris, where they sear them under that like 800-degree kind of burner.
Oh, nice.
Because
nom, nom, nom.
Now I'm not. I have this on good authority. I don't have proof, but Ruth's Chris is a method of cooking. It's not a name. Chris style steak cooking is the searing method. So it's Ruth's Chris steak. It's a Chris steak. So Peter Luger is a Chris steak as well.
Okay, all right. So it's Ruth's Chris and Peter's Chris.
Peter's. See what you did there?
Peter Chris. What a guy. I like that we talked about Kiss on the show today. That's all. Yeah, it's good.
Prayers up for Ace Frehley, by the way.
That's right. So I'll dine there tonight.
I'm envious. It's gonna be a good steak, man. Good, a whirlwind trip to the Sin City.
Yeah, I'll only be there for a little over 24 hours, but gotta go cash out some accounts.
Gotta go see Vinny Bag of Donuts.
That's right.
Accounts.
I'm gonna come home with a rolled up.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it, Vic?
A rolled up grocery bag full of cash. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What would you order off there,
blow it
Vic?
in the
What would
airport.
you go with? Would that you go with the burger?
Nope.
No, I didn't think so.
I'd go with whatever. Is that a T-bone right there? That's 2 T-bones.
No, that's
that's one.
Yeah, and you see that's how they cut it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're also that cream spinach over on the side.
Oh, cream spinach, you got to get there. You got to get.
Yeah, that's a good place, man. You're going to have a fine meal. I'd get a nice dry martini to open that thing up.
I'm thinking maybe espresso martini.
Maybe
tonight.
something like that to open the evening.
But they do make some good old fashions there. They got some good options for the cocktails.
Good night.
No, there's no prices on that thing.
No.
But it's on Mr. Caesar tonight.
There you go.
So,
well, then there you go.
money is no object tonight, Vic. Mr. Caesar will be footing the bill. Thank you.
You're gonna drop by Zombies?
I am. Yeah, that's the big plan. Yeah, go meet up with the fellas after dinner and have a few beers, and then.
What's that little town?
Boulder City. I'm not going all the way down there. I'm going to the. There, the guy that runs the Boulder City is the one coming up. He's coming up to me. Yeah. But yeah, I don't, because I won't have a car, so I don't have it's a good hike.
Money bags. Hire a driver.
No, Mr. Caesar refuses to pay for a driver.
Well, I'm saying you're Mr. Moneybags.
No. I like to make this. I like to make the trip as frugal as possible. I like to take and not give any back.
In Vegas, man.
That's the big plan. Yeah. Eagle fan says, I'd rather grill at home. I do a better job than half those restaurants. Get quality meat, grill, and smoke them at home.
Absolutely true. Absolutely. But sometimes it's nice to have somebody else make your steak. It's so nice to just sit there. I want it perfectly and bring it to me quickly.
Yeah, I can't make the quality of a steak that these fine restaurants. I don't believe that I can.
I can't get to the Peter Luger level, but I can certainly get to a level that and I'm not saying I'm above average, but I think I can cook a steak to where 90% of the country would go, this is the best steak I ever
Yeah, it's a good steak.
But it starts with great meat.
But there is, yeah.
I mean, if you're not starting with great meat, then there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, it's in the Black Rabbit show. I'm like, I think I'm like 5 or 6 episodes.
Oh, you're further ahead than I am now.
Okay, but when they're, have you seen the whole season, Vic?
Saw it all.
Have you been to the one where they have the scam running and they're serving the cafeteria style, so they're serving the hot dogs?
Oh yeah.
And he says, he's like, I want a $1,000 prefix menu, and she's like, okay, and he's like, yeah, and I want it to be awesome, but. Also, I want it to be cheap. We need big margins on it. So it's
big margins.
Oh, you want great and cheap. That's just like everyone.
Yeah. I want to spend very little and make a whole bunch. How do you do that?
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Franklin says, Jason can afford private jet to Cowboys games. AJ can afford car service.
That's what I'm saying.
This is very different. Jason is on a different financial level than I am.
Jason lives in a different world than us.
Yeah,
he's a 1%er.
Different level. There's levels to it, man.
1%er. All those tariffs, it's benefiting him, not us.
Yep.
J-Rod says, Texas Roadhouse never disappoints. I get what I paid for. You get what you pay for at Texas Roadhouse, but I
can't. By the time the steaks get there, I've already eaten so many of those honey rolls that I've never. I am the worst at that.
Yeah,
the rolls get you.
I don't have the equipment to cook a steak the way I like it, where it's basically raw meat on the inside and cooked on the outside.
You're gonna have to get yourself a pizza oven.
Yeah, I don't have the equipment there to do that, so I count on these people to do it for me. Casey says I can make select steak just as good as some people do with prime.
Yeah, but I don't really want to work for it. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
I think you can create a really great flavor. But some of this stuff I don't want to work for. It's already, if you buy the right meat, you don't have to do much. You just kind of
there is something
just caress it a little bit with some fire, and you got a nice piece of meat.
You can't create marbling.
That's what I'm saying.
It's got to be there.
I can take a sirloin and make it a perfectly acceptable meal, but I want the marbling and. The better the steak, the easier the work. You don't have to salt, pepper, and some fire, and you've got it perfect.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to work for it.
Oh, yeah,
but I will say this: when you go spend some money on a big old tomahawk, you take your time and do that thing right, because that's an investment, man. You ruin a $200 tomahawk. That hurts.
That's why I prefer to have someone else do it for me.
Yeah, man, you better do it right.
But I believe that. Like if you think you can make a choice steak taste like a prime steak, it just means that
more power to you, man.
It just means you haven't had prime steak.
Yeah, and it's not, and it is every chef. I don't care. You talk to Mr. Peter Luger himself, pull him out of the grave, and ask him, "Can you make a choice steak taste like that?" No, I don't care what you give me.
And there's something like that. Like so you'll hear all these things like Kobe style or American Kobe beef, which. That's how we try and
which is good
we try and upcharge
stuff. It ain't that.
I think there's 12 restaurants in the country that have permits to serve actual Kobe beef, and I've been lucky enough to go to a handful of them. If you ever have Kobe beef and you say that something tastes like Kobe beef, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Well, I've had a Wagyu that came close. I've had an
a
Australian
lot can
Wagyu
come
that came close.
There's
but
stuff that comes close.
I've only had Kobe once, and it was in Europe. It wasn't even here.
Like when they come out with just a salt rock and they cook your steak on a rock of salt and put it on your plate, and then you put it in your mouth and it just melts away.
No way.
It's kind of like I'm not a fan of grass fed. I don't like grass fed. I
A lot
like
of people
grass
don't.
finished.
A lot of people don't. Yeah.
I like grass finished. I don't like grass fed. And Kobe is.
You like some steroid to your cow.
No, I just like the grass fed has a little. I don't like the texture of the fat.
Yeah,
it's a little thicker. I like it finished. Okay. It adds a little bit of flavor, but I don't like the texture of the fat if it's completely grass fed. That's just me. And I will say that Kobe is a different taste of a meat. It is different. It's not the kind of steak you've had.
But it's so heavily marbled that it's almost like meat butter by the time it's rendered.
When you touch it, your fingers stick together. There's that much collagen left over.
Tino says Magic Time Machine has some of the best ribeyes I've ever had, and I've been around. Is that true?
Yeah, because Magic Time Machine is owned. Well, let me tell you why. The Hasslocker family owns Magic Time Machine, and the Hasslockers are legendary ranchers. You're getting great beef.
Okay.
Yeah. And they also own Jim's and Frontier Enterprise.
So can I get a great ribeye at Jim's?
You get pretty good. No, but they used to have steakhouse that you could. But like you go to their hamburger joint, they've got a hamburger place that they do meat off their ranch, and it's a good burger.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had access to good meat.
I still haven't tried it yet, that Magic Time Machine. I need to try it. I need to try it.
But their foundations are in beef, but it's not a steakhouse. Don't go there thinking you're going to get a steakhouse quality, but you're going to get a very good piece of meat.
But yeah, it's going to be served by Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, being somebody in a toga walking out, but yeah.
The Casey says, anyone else not a fan of the high quality Wagyu?
I'm not a fan. I'm certainly there, but anybody who's ever had it will tell you
it's different.
It's different. It's not what I expected.
I love it, man. I love it. And 31 Eagle fan says that $200 you spent on that 4-ounce steak, I could smoke meat for a week.
Truth.
It's true.
Truth. Absolutely.
Although
true.
hell, I mean, now a brisket. You go buy a brisket in the store now, and it ain't a cheap venture.
Shoot, no, a good one anyway.
But it'll last you longer than that. I'm going with a bone-in ribeye tonight. That's my go-to, and they'll bring out that bone for me.
Stand that bone up. Well, they'll stand that bone up. And
I won't do it. I won't do it in the restaurant because I'm very high class, and I don't want Mr. Caesar to be insulted by me acting like a poor in the restaurant. But when I get up to my room, I'm going to take that bone out of the dog because I'm going to say, "Oh, I'd like to take that bone home for my picking knees."
Oh, for your Malinois.
Yeah, some fancy dog. And they'll go, "Oh, of course," and they'll wrap it up. And then I'll get up to my room and go,
That's what I would do.
No. Best meat's right there.
Right? It's hard to cut off that meat, though.
Border Jumper says Bonanza has had the best steaks in the world.
A good old fried sirloin from Bonanza when you're about 8 years old.
I don't know
living.
Bonanza.
Or the Sizzler.
That was high living back then.
And Jose says Barn Door has some good steak.
I'm telling you, we got to
over
go to Little
1,000
Red Barn.
steaks a day.
Go to Little Red Barn. I love that place.
And then Frank says the steaks you get out of the truck parked at the malls.
Yeah.
When I was
25.
Yeah, man. They I got 5 steaks for you. It's in the trunk right now.
Actually, Franklin says AJ's gonna. J-Rod says AJ's gonna wear his clip-on bow tie. No, actually, what I'm gonna do is when I get there, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Look how much fancier I look now.
And then, and then tuck the napkin in.
Yes.
Take the napkin and just kind of tuck it like a lobster bib.
I go from here.
Okay.
Oh, very casual.
There we go.
Having a good time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is Luger's going to make you put on a jacket? They won't make you put on a jacket in Vegas. In New York, I think you have to have a jacket on, don't you?
Please.
No, you don't.
I'm in Mr. Caesar's Diamond Elite Club.
It doesn't matter.
They're not telling me a thing.
It's just fancy.
They don't tell me a thing.
Need to have you put on a jacket,
they say,
sir.
Right this way, Mr. Hoffman. I'm taking advantage because I'm about to be out of the Diamond Elite Club.
Oh yeah, so this is it.
This is like my last hurrah in Vegas. So I'm all my big perks are going to be going away.
Are you going to grab the
They're
plate?
going to take you out back.
Are you
going to
grab your plate and then, like, sip all the juice out of it before you
No,
leave?
that plate's too hot, Vic.
Oh. No, it'll be cool by the time you're done.
Well, maybe. No, I'll soak it up with the bread.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you get the gout.
Well, I've already got it.
Start drinking that juice.
There's no turning back gout.
No,
you
once
can't
you got it, yeah, that's it.
It's in. I'm locked into the gout. All right. All right. Let's hit a break. When we come back, we'll check in on the National Football League. We'll hear from Jera. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You dealing with pain today, or is somebody in your family dealing with pain that they just can't get over? Maybe you've got a young athlete in your home that's about halfway through the volleyball or football season, and there's something just keeping them out of the game. Did you know you have access to professional quality pain management and fix like professional athletes like Tony Parker and Becky Hammond? It's called Arasti, and Arasti providers are all around San Antonio with one job in mind. That's getting you back in the game, whether it's literal or figurative. If you can't do what you love, what's the point, right? Don't let things stay around and keep you out of what you want to do. Now, the great thing about Arasti is how they take care of you, because it's a little bit different than your general practitioner. You're going to walk in and they're going to give you a full physical evaluation and find out why you're in pain and what's causing it and fix the problem. Now, it's a little bit different than walking to your normal GP that might just give you a couple pills, numb it for a minute, and hope you get over it. Or it might be something the doctor says, all I can figure out is some surgery in the long run, and you're dealing with pain for a long time. Go to Arasti first. Find out what the issue is and let them take advantage of the procedures that have worked for so many like me. On average, Arasti patients are back in the game in under 4 visits. Don't wait. Go today. You can call them right now. The number is 1-800-404-6050. I say that because you don't need a referral. Call today. See them today. And they accept most insurances. I'll say it again. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call Arasti today. They're going to take care of you. And when they do, come on by and thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
It's football season, and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your 4-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $600 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This Sunday, I'll be out to Twin Peaks Park North as the Cowboys get set to take on Washington. Hey, it's James Pledger with San Antonio Sports Star, and we got your chance to register to win an Epic Cowboys jersey just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, we've also got your chance to win tickets to go see All Time Low at the Boeing Center at Techport. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat in a 29-degree beer and win some prizes just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Park North.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
All right, here's the part of the interview where we've got to be jerks and ask you about the defense.
Yep.
Can we get that out of the way early next week? After we talk about Travis Kelce's. We just jump right into that.
We talk about the important stuff first.
We like to lube you up and put you in a good mood.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
No!
What was it? Gorgon?
Gorlock?
No, Gorlock? Gorlock?
No.
We got some competition, Gorlock.
Oh.
That was awful. See, that's too big. Sorry.
Dude.
No, I have my thickness level.
Like an upside-down turtle.
Oh.
Dinosaur turtle.
80, but I'm fat. That's right. The Alcoholic Crew.
Yeah.
You ever heard this song, Rob?
No.
Make room. This is old school. All these guys sang about was getting wasted.
Yep.
And that's different from
now
most country songs?
Yeah, I know. But these guys were around before country music existed.
Before there was country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Country music stole from. This is another example of a white man stealing the black man's music.
Appropriated music.
Yeah. Morgan Wallen stealing from this. Is it Morgan Wallen or Wallen?
Wallen.
Depends on where you're from.
Yeah.
What about here in San Antonio?
You're south of Mason-Dixon, it's Whalen.
Okay.
Even Morgan Whalen.
Jared Jones has been making the rounds. Yeah, Jared Jones south of the Mason-Dixon line.
He'd say Morgan Whalen.
There's a lot going on with Jared. Oh,
he's scheming right now, baby. He's
scheming. Yes.
Mr. Smithers.
Let's start with how he walked away feeling from the game in Carolina. Let me see. Here we go.
Yes, very much. I'm just like you. I go up and down that schedule as well. The reality of it, though, and I don't think it's unique to me either, is I realize how much parity we've got. And the real thing about it is on any of these games, on any of these times as you evolve through a season, any of these teams can beat each other. And that's the real world. That's what makes this thing so interesting. And you shouldn't have any gimmies on that schedule. If you're not getting in there about 500 in the NFL, you really need to also check your whole card, because it's set up for you to be 500 with the way we draft, the way we trade. The lower teams are always the first to get the best shot at the best players. The way this whole thing is set up from a structure standpoint,
So basically, he while he was disappointed, he's basically reminding you that it's the NFL and everybody's pretty good. Everybody's pretty good, even the Carolina Panthers.
Well, I think that's a true statement. They did go in against an equally talented team, but
I think that's the reality. Is not everybody's pretty good, but you're on the same level as the Carolina Panthers.
And I think that's that's the reality of your statement, and it's a true statement. And I think if you look at it as a true statement, which I don't think he does, I think I do, you don't do a whole lot. We weather this storm. We've got draft picks coming and a fair amount of money. If the right opportunity should arise, I'm ready to make that deal, but I'm not going to mortgage my future. That to me would be the wise move, knowing that. And the other part of this is, as we talked about yesterday, your defense doesn't have to get that much better. They just got to get a little bit better, because your offense can win a lot of football games on its own with just a little bit of help. But I don't think Jerry's going to keep people on the hook now. Now he's got us interested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if you're talking about maybe making a move with this terrible defense, really, because we do know you have capital and money. Are you willing to spend it, part with it now?
I saw Bill Barnwell post on X. Over the last 4 years, the Cowboys are the league's best defense with Micah Parsons on the field by EPA per play.
Yeah.
And across a 1,039 play sample over that same time period, they are the league's second worst defense when he isn't on the field. So, you're not. We know
they still it's obvious.
The fact that they're still trying to sell this is they didn't need, or that Micah Parsons being gone was a net positive for this team it's tomfoolery.
It's diluted. We know it. He knows it. We can talk about it if we want to, but that's the kind of thing you don't bring up in polite company.
Well, here is what he talked about on what he wanted. If he's getting what he wanted in the return that he got for Micah.
Well, but the trade was to help the run defense. There's no question about it. And actually, Kenny Clark is playing very, very well. Micah's part was to help the pass rush, I'm sure. And I don't want to even get into what Green Bay might have been thinking, but that was to help the pass rush. Of course, the mighty, let's look at the results at the end of a period of time. What kind of difference does that make? Boy, I'm glad to have Kenny Clark now. He's played outstanding. We certainly might have had less run stop than we had without Kenny Clark. But as I look ahead here, as we go up against Washington, I'm glad we've got him in there for stopping the run. But I also am glad we've got him in there for our soundness on what we can do when we put some pressure on the quarterback. So bottom line is, right now, we have gotten the money's worth for Kenny Clark. To have Kenny Clark on this team, I am proud that we got him.
Just shoveling.
And he's probably either first or second on grading on our team on defense.
Here's some more crap. You have the worst defense you have ever had. You have the worst defense in the NFL. And you're gonna look at us in the eye and say this is worked out. Now you could say this is what I expected. This is no different than what we thought would happen when we traded Micah away. I hate when you start pulling stats out. And I'm sure they'll be able to pull out a stat that shows that without Micah they're better. You can find something somewhere. But the fact remains that you traded away your best defender and you created the worst defense in football. And there's no equivocating.
You want to hear something not so great? Kenny Clark, like if you just look at interior defenders, and he said he's one of our highest graded players. So 122 players.
Better than Mozzie.
122 players you can look at on PFF that have been graded this year. Interior defenders. That's like defensive tackles. He is 108th against the run on his run defense grade. He is the worst run defender the Cowboys are putting on the field.
Well, he's probably getting double
at that position
at every opportunity.
And it's all taken into account.
So,
Osa's been very good against the run.
You can, like I said, you can tell me what you want me to think is true. It's not true. And when you talk about Micah not being good against the run, what you don't tell when you say something like that is Micah isn't good against the run necessarily, but what he does as well as anybody in the NFL is keep you from being able to run.
Yes.
If you decide to pass the ball on second down and give up a sack and it's 3rd and 13, there's not going to be a run. And if they decide to run on first or pass on first down and they get sacked or rushed, it's 2nd and 10. There's not going to be a run to have to defend. So you can say, oh, he was terrible against the run. How many running situations did he keep you out of over the last 8 years? So all of this is just a bunch of, you can keep telling me, and we haven't even gotten to him talking about his defensive coordinator and how much potential and how good he is. You can tell me all that, but I don't know who you're trying to lie to, me or yourself.
Now, Micah, as far as edge defenders go, Micah is the highest graded edge rusher in PFF, barely edging out Aiden Hutchinson. Micah's a 92.4 grade. Aiden's a 92.3 grade. Now, while, yes, Micah's best strength has been the pass rush, he's got a 92.8 pass rush grade and a 65.2 run defense grade. That and his coverage grade is what combines to make his full grade. So 65.2. Kenny Clark's run defense grade, 45.2. So Micah Parsons is better against the run this year than Kenny Clark is.
Well, yes, Micah Parsons is a better football player. Well, Micah Parsons is a better football player.
Oh.
So when Jerry smiles and does this kind of crap, this is what really galls me. The other stuff that getting in the way and all that, it's this stuff. When you portray and you get mad at the press and you get mad at your fans when we say you don't know football. You don't know football. You're an oil guy, and after 40 years, you still don't know football. This is where we get it. When you come to me and you say, yeah, we're better without him. Well, if you know football, you know that ain't true.
Well, who do you think knows more about football, Jera or Greg Olson?
Well, Jerry.
Oh, well, Jerry thinks so, too. Here's when Greg Olson on the broadcast said that the Cowboys are too predictable because they just run zone all the time. Here's how Jerry responded to that.
That doesn't surprise me that he would assess that at all. And I agree, you look predictable when they're blowing you out. And that's, you can say zone, get over in man. We've got players that have had success in man. Man creates the big plays. Not the problem, but one of the problem is zone is supposed to eliminate big plays, and it's supposed to be slow them down on their eventual moving the football to some degree. That's not give up. That's a strategy. Well, but you can't have the really big-time play plus give it up on what's the philosophy of the zone. And that's what we've got to make some corrections on. And we are, and we will.
This is more of we're going to make some corrections.
Oh, it's coming.
We're going to do this. We're going
Big moves coming.
Happen.
Big moves. Big moves coming.
Finally, here's why Matt Eberflus is still the right guy for this job.
He's had tremendous experience. He's dealt with adversity with a long record, not only with us, but with his tenure at Chicago and Indianapolis. And he's had some great successes, had some very great successes, but he's had his tail kicked. That's who I want in the foxhole with me, because there's no such thing as having all the answers. So when I jumped at it, when I saw we had a chance to get him, I still feel as strongly as I did the day we brought him in here. And these things that we're dealing with here are not one, two major things. There are a lot of little things that you can address and get right, and you can adjust the nuances of them. For instance, the other day, we couldn't stop the run, yet we were within a possession. If we drive that ball at the end of the game, we got a good chance to win it. We were up all day for the most part. And so there's a lot of ways to win football games, and Flus is dealing with nuances there that we can adjust and change. And you do adjust, and you do adjust, you do change, and there will be that. What's interesting is that the way the game panned out was very, very on point with the way that our coaches planned for the game to pan out. We just thought we could get more stops. We thought we could physically do a better job with them, and they were able to scheme us a little bit, to their credit.
A little bit.
But we were in that game close enough. What I think I don't want to take too long on this answer, but Carolina is easy to overlook as a formidable matchup with us. They match up good against where we need the work. And so they were a tough opponent for us the other day. We almost pulled it off.
Almost pulled it off. They were a tough opponent, and they almost pulled it off.
I get the sense that when I hear, how many great defenses do you know that are a nuance away, that just got a couple of nuances and got good? They're just a few of those nuances. We went from the worst in NFL history that we nuanced it.
It's so funny because, when the team I cheer for also has a crappy defense, and it's real easy for me to look at it and say, oh, it's because we have crappy players there. That makes sense.
Well, the GM can't say that because that's a personal affront to the dude. I'm serious. I mean, the coach and we were hearing from the GM. You think he's going to come out and say, "Yeah, we're completely under-talented."
No, I picked these guys.
Those guys that they're playing out there, they just don't have enough, which is also absolutely true.
Yeah.
I get the sense that if Jerry has the opportunity, he will money whip this problem.
I tend to agree.
I think if he has a chance, and Trey Hendrickson is the guy that's going to be on everybody's lips, if he has the chance to money whip this, he will.
Okay. Then what we're going to do is take a break, and when we come back, I'm going to do an and or because Trey Hendrickson is a name that's been kicked around a lot. Can Trey Hendrickson help this team? Certainly. At this cost.
Right.
We'll discuss next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You know, as the fall season progresses, we're starting to get into that getaway time. You know, Thanksgiving's just around the corner and Christmas is right next door to that. And all the family gatherings that are coming up. You need to go ahead and make your plans for the getaways for the holiday season. You need to make sure you're taking into account your pets. I'm sure you are, and I want to recommend Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. See, it's not your average kennel over there at Bluebonnet. It's a luxury resort for your dogs. Temperature-controlled suites, play yards both in and out. In those hot days, a splash pad covered and warm on those cold days. Everything you would do for your dogs, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has already got you covered. And whether you're gone for a day or an overnight stay, or whether it's the daily getaway that you want to make sure your dogs are taken care of, make sure you call Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. And if you're heading out of town, they're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the airport right there on 35 outside of 1604. Easy to get to, easy out of, easy to pick up your pets when you get to and from. That's Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, 24/7 on-site care. If you're going to be gone for a minute, use the webcam access to take a look at your dogs as they're going to bed. And as they are, they're going to get the tuck-ins and all the things that you would love to take care of your pet. And then when you do take them for the first time, I love the fact that the They do take into account your dog's temperament, and they will only play with other dogs of the same temperament. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Go to mybunkinbiscuit.com or call them right now at 210-750-1298. They are certainly my pet resort. Make them yours, and when you do, I'm sure you'll thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working a few trouble spots as you head into your morning commute. Let's start on the northeast side. At 35 southbound Walsham Road, that is an accident. It's in the right lane as you stop and go from Loop 410. On 410 eastbound, that connector to 281, that's a disabled vehicle. Right shoulder of the connector ramp blocked. On 281 northbound Josephine Grayson Street, disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. And Loop 410 eastbound at Somerset, that stall has been moved off a main lane, now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Today's not just any day, it's your lucky day. Staples Easy Deal Days are extended now through October 18th. Easy Rewards members score up to 40% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Head to your local Staples store or visit staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
Hornitos Tequila and America's Team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Another episode brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but Prize Picks, well, I'll tell you what, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season. As the basketball season begins, Prize Picks is here for you. And whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or any kind of sports fan, there's always the games to be played. Prize Picks is the best way to win cash if you're a Spurs fan. More than Victor all the time. Heck, it only takes about 60 seconds to make your picks, and you can turn those picks into cash. It feels so good being right. I told you about Wemby. Dak's on an MVP kind of run. I like the more thans with Dax all season long. On Prize Pick, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose the Flex Pay, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. Up to 2,000x, no matter your play. Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
The right stuff. Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Arkansas Razorbacks. Presented by Just Spots. Pre-game at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Tyreek Hill's theme song. That's not funny. Vic,
Well.
why'd you laugh at that?
Because?
Why'd you laugh at that? That's not funny.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Prodigy?
Yeah. Smack my bitch up.
I thought he just started fires.
I think he's talking about, I think he might be talking about heroin and not actually smacking her.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what the theme of this song is.
What's it called? Smack?
Euro trash music.
Oh, yes, it is. At its
Euro
finest.
trash.
Jay Thomas says, was Axeman saying Kobe or Kobe? I'm behind on the
It's
show.
pronounced Kobe.
It's Kobe.
Kobe is the way it's supposed to be. Like,
I say Kobe.
yeah. Rob says Kobe beef. I say Kobe.
Give me some of that Kobe.
Kobe is
some Kobe sirloin steak.
That's the guy.
Yeah, but he's named after the
Beef cheek.
named after the cow, but they decided to say it Kobe instead of the proper way.
He was literally
Kobe.
named after the steakhouse. His dad played in Europe and had Kobe beef.
There you go. There you go. The little history.
There's no
lesson
better
for you.
reason to name a kid. I'm all about it. That's my kid's sirloin.
it.
That's little Ribette.
Or Mr. Porterhouse.
Mr. Porterhouse.
Ask filet mignon.
That's my daughter Mignon.
All right. Let's talk about what it would look like to trade for a guy like Trey Hendrickson. Now, the last time an big in-season deal was made for the Cowboys, you got to go back a little ways.
Oh.
You got to go back to
Amari Cooper?
Amari Cooper. Now, the Cowboys had started 3-4. There was no Dez Bryant. Remember, they had let Dez go. They were 3-4, and they were going, oh, man. Things aren't going good. They had just lost a nail-biter against the Redskins, and they said, you know what? We are trading our first-round pick for Amari Cooper. And the Cowboys ended up going 7-2 down the stretch.
There was great rejoicing.
And they won the NFC East. Seems like a win, right?
Well, in the long term, he wasn't a bad guy. But when you go and get a midseason deal, there's always going to be a problem. There's a reason why the teams are happy to get rid of him.
Sure.
And it turned out to be that case. There was a reason why Amari Cooper was available, and he turned out okay for a minute. But Amari was more about the paycheck than the play. He always was.
As are a lot of NFL players.
I'm not mad at him because he did come and help, but he was not what the Cowboys would hope over the long term, as was very evident.
But you know what? He did more for this team than a lot of their first-round picks have done.
No doubt. In fact, I trust other people's scouting acumen than ours on several positions, including defensive linemen.
So Dallas currently has the second most cap space in the NFL, only behind New England. New England has like an absurd 50-something million. Cowboys have 31+ million in cap space.
More than enough to do damage.
Hendrickson's cap hit, $25 million. Now, a trade like that would go a long way, but you're also going to have to.
It's the future I'm worried about here, AJ.
Okay.
I know you don't got to do much to really help your team. You really don't. I keep reinforcing the fact Cowboys don't have to have a great defense to get to the playoffs. But what's your end goal here? Is it short-term playoff or long-term Super Bowl possibility? And that's the best you can hope for is possibility.
Sure.
And if it's a short-term, just get to the playoffs and sell some more tickets and T-shirts, the Hendrickson deal will get done. He'll money whip it. If it's long-term, let's hope for a Super Bowl and find our way to there, then he won't do this. The idea behind the trade was go acquire cheap talent.
Well, the Cowboys need to make a decision on they have to choose door A or B. Oh, I guess they could choose neither also. That's still a possibility.
Well, neither is kind of choosing. It is a choice.
Sure.
Using the draft picks and growing a team like you always have.
But I think you could go out and get a Trey Hendrickson. That's a possibility. What that would take away, though, is the ability to re-sign George Pickens.
Yes.
What would you rather have going forward?
I don't honestly know. I love Pickens. I do. And I think if I'm Jerry, I have to reinforce the offense at every opportunity and just plaster over problems on defense. You know what I mean?
Because by choosing George Pickens over Trey Hendrickson, you are doing exactly what the Cincinnati Bengals just did.
Right.
We would rather have a great number 2 receiver than this elite pass rusher.
It's Jerry's love affair with Dak, and he is going to reinforce and help Dak until Dak leaves, because he's the one who's out on the limb. He's the one who made Dak the highest paid player in the world, in the history of the football world. He's the one who's out on the limb. So the only thing you can do is reinforce that. I understand that, but at the cost of what? At the cost of becoming the Bengals with an old quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's the cost. Now, that does give you the capability of winning some games. You will win more football games if you go and do this in the long term.
Now, you could also just say, you know what? Kevontae Turpin's coming on. Let's let George Pickens walk. We'll find a Jalen, and we'll add Trey Hendrickson and get that pass rush back, and maybe Trey Hendrickson will give us less trouble than Micah Parsons did. Maybe Trey Hendrickson can be a better leader than Micah Parsons was. Maybe.
And it's entirely possible. I get the sense if things get bad, Jerry feels like he can money whip it. And if it's just salary cap money, if you're not expending a draft pick, which if I'm Cincinnati, I'm extracting a pick. You know, I'm getting one of those first rounders. I know you got it. I want it.
Yeah.
Or I'm getting something from
Although it's hard to get a first-round pick now for a guy who's...
I know. I'm not talking about a first-round pick, but I'm extracting a pick from you.
Yeah.
I'm giving you 3-4 wins. I'm just handing it to you by sending Hendrickson over, and I believe that. So, but at what cost? Even if you got him, how good could you be?
This year?
Ever.
Oh, I think if this offense had last year's defense, they'd be competitive.
I'm not saying I couldn't be convinced. I'm just saying those are the questions I have to, if I'm Jerry, the logical questions that need to be asked behind closed doors is, am I further away from a Super Bowl but closer to a playoff berth? And which is more important to me?
I think Jerry's probably thinking
short-term win, man.
Short-term, yeah.
And that's the life of a Wildcatter.
Well, it's also
the life. Pay my bills this month.
It's also the life of an old-ass man.
Well, can I pay my bills this month? I'll worry about next month. I got pink slips, and he's got fans that are going to start offering some pink slips right about now. We've been relatively excited by the offense, and you've kept us interested. The games are fun for 4 quarters, but we're going to have to see some wins here if you really want us in. And if that's all that Jerry cares about is keeping the lion fed today, then he'll make a deal in the next 2 weeks. It wouldn't surprise me at all to him take on this full salary and send a draft pick just to get a possibility of playoff berth this year. But you're another year away. You add another year to your playoff run if you do it.
And that's the other thing is, do you reward the guys who you brought? They brought George Pickens here on a prove-it deal. And George Pickens has been
he did it yesterday, didn't he?
George Pickens has been everything they asked and probably more. So do you say, okay, well, we know you're this kind of a player. It's just not going to be with us. I wouldn't be mad at him if they did, if that meant going out and getting a Trey Hendrickson type guy.
What does a football guy do? What would Shanahan? Well, let Lynch pick your favorite GM in the NFL and put yourself in his mind with the Cowboys. What would that guy do?
It sounds so simplistic. Here's what I would do. I would take away from my obvious perceived strength, which is the offense, to add to my obvious perceived weakness.
A smart football move would be you'll win the line of scrimmage first.
Yeah.
In every opportunity, in every instance, you build your football team inside out, front to back.
There are about, I'd say probably 30 to 40 wide receivers in the league that are, I think, serious impact wide receivers. There are maybe 15 pass rushers, 10, that are impact guys, that change everything.
Let's give Jerry some credit, though. He has, to some extent, done what I'm saying. Build your football team with a line. Look at the number 1 draft picks he's taken on the offensive line over the last couple of years. They are investing draft capital in what I'm talking about, at least on the offensive line. They haven't done it very well on the defensive line. They don't have a very good eye for it, but it hasn't been for lack of trying. So they do have an idea what it's going to take, and maybe they will come to the realization that no matter what, we can't pick out defensive linemen. We've tried over and over, so now I'm just going to have to pay through the nose for one that's good.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be mad at that.
Or you swing again in the draft, and there are guys
Do you trust them back at the well?
That's the problem. But there are guys. Ruben Bain at Miami is one of them. Keldrick Falk at Auburn is another one. There are edge rushers in this draft that
are they from Michigan? That's all that matters.
Oh, well, you might want to steer clear of that. David Bailey at Texas Tech's another one. Jerry might like that. All right, we'll be back. Mike Elko coming up. Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
American Public University supports military families by helping them save on education that goes wherever life leads. Learn online at your own pace for just $2.50 per credit hour. Visit apu.apus.edu/military.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.
Even bad hair day?
Yep.
And tree branch fell on my car day?
Especially that day. Progressive has you covered 24/7 for your home and auto.
How about thought it was chicken, but it was tuna day? Or overnight construction outside my bedroom day?
Those days too.
Great, because that was each day this week.
Been there. Well, at least your home and auto are covered every day with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom. Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working a few trouble spots as you head into your morning commute. Let's start on the northeast side. At 35 southbound Walsham Road, that is an accident. It's in the right lane as you stop and go from Loop 410. On 410 eastbound, that connector to 281, that's a disabled vehicle. Right shoulder of the connector ramp blocked. On 281 northbound Josephine Grayson Street, disabled vehicle off to the shoulder, and Loop 410 eastbound at Somerset. That stall has been moved off a main lane, now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, Dallas Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones told 105.3 The Fan yesterday that he believes they have the ammo to make a potential trade, citing their draft capital and cap space saved in the Micah deal. In Major League Baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers continue to dominate the Milwaukee Brewers, taking a 2-0 series lead behind a gem of a complete game, behind Yoshinobu Yamamoto's complete game. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, 8 o'clock on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I think I got a thumbs up from Vic to go to our guest.
Let's launch this puppy.
Let's do it. Let's go.
This candle.
Let's go to the Buyers Barricade guest line to talk to the head coach of the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies. Coach Mike Elko joins us on the program. Coach, how are you today?
I'm doing good, guys. Nothing better than hearing the war hymn on your radio station.
That'll perk you up.
There
Yes,
you
sir.
go. Rob insists that we play this every time.
Every morning.
I love it.
That's
I love
right. Coach, you guys, it feels different. I mean, you haven't been here in Texas for a long time, but I've seen a lot of good starts by this Texas A&M program, but always felt like, well, this thing's going to fall apart. This thing's going to fall apart.
Speak for yourself.
I know. Well, listen, you're a battered Aggie. You know this too.
Coach told me not
But
to have that anymore.
This does feel different. How do you feel about your team 6 games in? I mean, obviously 6-0 is great, but does this feel like a special team to you?
We'll see. I think obviously we're working really hard. I think we're getting good results on the field. I think we're understanding what it takes week in and week out to prepare the way you need to go out and give yourself a chance to have success. But it's a 1-week mentality, and we know there's a lot of football left to be played, and you got to take this thing 1 week at a time. I think the one thing that I will say in reference to some of the fast starts, I'm not sure that a lot of those fast starts had 4 wins over the type of competition that we've played at this point. And so that would be the one thing that I would just put out there for all the BAS guys out there.
I like the BAS syndrome. Coach, certainly with success comes the notoriety in your name being batted around. Thoughts on what do you want to put out to the Aggie faithful regarding the Penn State rumors that are going to start swirling here in the next couple of days or weeks?
Not a thing in the world. You're a week away from getting fired or a week away from leaving. Welcome to college football in 2025.
And radio hosting.
That's right. Yeah, same thing. Coach, your prior job at Duke was at a non-traditional football school. And, you know, you brought some success to that program that they had not seen in quite a while. And obviously, when you do that, there's a level of excitement that comes with it. How's it different being 6-0 at A&M than it was? I think you guys started maybe 5-1 your first year at Duke. What's the difference feel like when you're at a school that just lives and breathes football compared to where you were in the past?
Yeah, it feels like 10 straight games with over 100,000 people in your stadium. You know, it's obviously the passion and energy for Texas A&M football is kind of unmatched, and that's one of the reasons why we enjoyed being here as a defensive coordinator, and we're so fast to come back when the opportunity presented itself to be the head coach. We got the most passionate fan base in the country, and when we're having success or failure, honestly, but when we're having success, it's just great to see them truly get behind the team the way they do. And so it's been a lot of fun. We've had a really, really good homestand. We've had some tremendous atmospheres and some tremendous environments. And, now we got to take the show on the road and go continue to try to get results.
Hey, what's the best thing about hitting the road?
Probably just there's less things pulling on you on a game day weekend. You know, when you have a game day weekend at home, there's a lot of different things that you've got to get tied into and involved with. When you're on the road, you really have nothing to do but focus on the game.
When you get to Arkansas, Coach, I don't know if you've made a trip there yet, but when you get there, don't look at anybody directly in the eye, and don't let your players talk to anybody because they'll have them working the carnival circuits in no time. So just be very, very careful.
Get a little weird
when you get there to Arkansas.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay, fair enough.
Your silence is enough, Coach.
Talk a little bit about this Arkansas team then, which is obviously without their head coach now. Have certainly not met expectations this year. But is this team as bad as the 2-4 record with a fired head coach says they are, or are there still some good things about this squad?
Well, they're a top 20 national offense. They're averaging over 500 yards a game and just under 40 points a game. They got one of the nation's best quarterbacks. Obviously, Coach Petrino is a phenomenal offensive coordinator, and he's putting himself now to try to put in position to be the next head coach. And so this is his first game with this team back in Fayetteville. They went on the road and lost a one-score game to Tennessee. They went on the road and lost a one-score game to Ole Miss. And so, probably like every single SEC game you play, it's going to be a real challenge for us to go up there and have success.
How do you prepare for a Petrino team? Do you look at old film? Do you look at last week's film? Where do you draw any kind of conclusions as to what they're going to try to do from his new offense?
I think, I don't know that it's new because he's been the OC there now for a year and a half. And so I think the offense hasn't changed. I think where there's been a lot of changes has been on defense because they brought in a new defensive coordinator. And so you only have really a one-game sample size. And so you just try to do as best you can with old film and old tape to kind of get your guys prepared as best you can.
A lot of positives came out of that Florida game. One that wasn't so positive was Le'Veon Moss, and it looked like that injury is. I'm almost certain he's not going to play this week, Coach. But I know he is from Baton Rouge and would love to be on the field against LSU down the road. Is this kind of injury where we could see him back after a week off, or is this a longer term situation?
Yeah, we addressed that Monday in the press conference. He'll be out for an extended period of time, and it's a little bit too early to tell how long that'll actually be.
Coming against an Arkansas defense that up to this point, the rush defense has been absolutely atrocious. They changed in DCs. Your Maroon Goons are stepping up and playing great. How do you address? Does your running game change knowing that you have one of those four, quite frankly, studs not going to be available? Are there different plays that obviously you're not going to tell me, but does your strategy change with a different set of legs that are running the ball in specific plays?
No, I don't think so. I think we have a lot of confidence in our backfield. We knew we had a lot of depth in that room coming into the season. Ruben Owens went for 142 yards 2 weeks ago, and the offense didn't change much or look much different for him to do that. And so, we got a lot of confidence in those guys, and they've been waiting for their turn patiently to get their chance to carry the load, and they're going to get that opportunity Saturday.
I want to give you a chance to talk about your offensive line because linemen rarely get the love, but I said the difference between A&M and Texas when you guys played Florida back-to-back weeks was one team had a porous offensive line and the other one was elite. Not a single pressure allowed against Florida. How much easier does it make your job when your offensive line is playing at the level that it's at right now?
Well, it makes my job easier, but I think it makes Marcel Reed's job even easier. Obviously having the ability to sit back and clean pockets and have the time that you need to look and push the ball down the field, I think all of those things matter at a really, really high level. And so, our offensive line is starting to play really well. It's a big reason why we've been as successful as we have been. We've got a lot of veterans up there that have played a lot of football, and we thought that would be the case coming into the year, and it's been really good to see it play out that way.
This season's been really marked by complementary football from your squad. When one side of the ball hasn't shown, the other one has really kind of stepped the game up. And by most accounts, we haven't seen a complete Aggie football game, a success from the first till the end. Are you on pace to get where you want to go, or do you feel like, hey, man, we're happy to be here and we're playing great football teams with a big target on our back? What else do you expect?
Yeah, probably a little bit more of the second part of that. I think, I don't know that for whatever reason we get judged to the same level as other people. Other people get wins, and they're great wins. We get wins, and for some reason they weren't complete games. I think we scored more points against Florida than anybody else has all year. And for some reason, I'm still answering questions about why we didn't score more. That just seems to kind of be media rhetoric these days.
About to start a 3-game road trip, as we discussed. How much confidence does it give you guys that you were able to go on the road already once and get a big win, particularly for a program that has struggled to find big road wins? Do your guys feel like going on the road's not as big of a deal as it used to be?
Well, we're 3-2 on the road since I've been here, and so that obviously helps. And we've got 2 SEC road wins. We've got a big win at Notre Dame, but we also know how challenging it is because we certainly lost 2 road games down the stretch that we wish we would have played better in. And so anytime you take the show on the road in this league, it's a challenge, and we know that. And so we got to prepare the right way. We got to get in the right mindset, and we got to go out there. We got to play really good football.
3 straight weeks on the road. You talk about no game day issues as far as you can focus on your team. How much does it affect your practice schedule knowing that you got more travel coming your way?
Not much. I think the way you get adjusted to this stuff really well, and obviously we're fortunate. We fly right out of College Station, and I tell these guys, don't get used to traveling like this. You won't get to travel this conveniently the rest of your life, and so it makes it real easy for us.
How much in-season stuff are you having to deal with right now that's not football related, that's like recruiting and things like that? How much of that stuff are you having to deal with right now, or do you get to just basically focus in on games and have your staff take care of that other stuff?
No, I think as the head coach and CEO of the program, you have to focus on the program at all times. Obviously, the majority of the attention is on the football side of it, but I don't think you can, in this day and age, I don't think you can ever not be working on recruiting, transfer portal, NIL, marketing your program. I think all of those things are 365 jobs, and so you try to find ways to compartmentalize it. You try to find time in the morning to hop on a radio station to make sure your name is getting branded out of there. You just do the things that you think help your program move forward.
We're all for that, of course, Coach.
Yeah, sorry
you would be.
Sorry to burn up your time. Okay, you got real stuff to focus on.
As I'm on the phone talking to you guys, and you're asking me if I have to do anything other than football.
Well, this is the important stuff.
There you go. We can take a hint as well as anybody. Coach, we appreciate your time, and good luck this weekend at Arkansas. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
There you go. That is Mike Elko, head coach of the Texas A&M Aggies. They are on the road this weekend.
Pig you, baby.
That's right. Taking on the Piggies in Arkansas.
It's been a long time since we've been to Fayetteville. We've been too much time spent in Jerry World.
Aggies 7.5-point road favorites.
There was a time, man. This was a football game.
Oh, yeah.
Blood and guts kind of stuff.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, there you go. That is Mike Elko. Pleasure having him join us here on the program.
It's so refreshing to just not be fed a line of bull. From any coach, and to his credit, he doesn't, and to Shoddy's credit, for the most part, he doesn't feed us a lot of bull. Yeah. I don't know if it's because they're new in their situation and new in this, but very rarely do I feel like I leave an interview with a coach that I feel like I learned anything. And a lot of times I feel like I learn like I'm more dumb because of listening to them kind of spin things. And these coaches, that at least this year, maybe it's, like I said, time and position. Maybe it's, long time effort because Elko took a long time to get this gig. Maybe there's a better understanding of the relationship as he is apt to say, like, look, I got a full-time CEO kind of gig here. And it's a very refreshing conversation.
All right. He is brought to you by all guests appear via the Buyers Barricade guest line, by the way. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. All right. Let's hit a break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at we'll preview an early look at Week 7 in the NFL. Look at some of these games, some of the big matchups. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
How you feel this morning? You wake up ready to attack the day with no issues to get in your way of living a full and healthy life. We all try for that, but so many of us living with a life that's, quite frankly, overweight. You're just carrying so much weight around that everything that you do is affected by your endurance, by your pain sensitivity, by all the little things that keep you from out of life. If you're overweight, it's so hard to find your way out of it. So many of us got there very slowly, didn't realize we were putting on weight, so things were way far gone. And maybe you were comfortable with how you felt, but you didn't like the way you looked, or the doctors certainly didn't like the way you look, and it's time to lose weight. Maybe semaglutides are not in your future. You don't want shots. You don't want pills. You want to lose weight and learn how to keep it off really the old-fashioned way, the best way. And that's why Dr. Torres and the Institute for Functional Health have been so successful with people like you, people definitely like me. He put together a program that fits. I can live my life. Certainly, I have to give up some stuff, but the return on that has been lower weight and just a genuinely better feel. I just feel better every day. I sleep better. Energy's all there, and it hasn't really been that difficult. So if it's time for you to lose weight, if you're ready to commit yourself, I want you to call Dr. Jacob Torres at the Institute for Functional Health today. He'll put you on a program you can live with for a long time. 210-468-1891 is the number. His website is iffhealth.com, a valuable resource. Listen, if it's time, this is going to be the best thing you've ever done for yourself. Call Dr. Torres today. Change your life. And when you do, come on by and thank me later.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at 3:25 p.m. The Cowboys are back home after a 2-week road trip, taking on the Washington Commanders. Pre-game starts at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
911, what's your emergency?
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month in San Antonio. 7 domestic violence calls happen every hour. The time to end domestic violence in our community is now. Step out of violence. You are not alone. Call 211 for help. Call 911 if it's an emergency.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $600 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Little debate on the brigade bar here. Doc says A&M's been the most consistent football program in Texas the last 15 years, especially with Johnny 8-Ball. Football winning the Heisman.
Consistency is that covers a lot of bases. I don't know. As an Aggie, I wouldn't agree with that.
I would probably look at Houston in that conversation.
There's been 3 coaches.
And TCU. TCU played for a national title.
Yeah, I think all of them. Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say that. TCU went to a national championship game. They showed up at the game.
Well, they played.
No, I don't think they did.
They participated. Yeah, they participated in a national championship game.
Yes, they were there. They
didn't play.
I saw them on the field that day.
They lined up. They made a good straight line at the national anthem. They knew what they were doing.
See? They were this close. 58-point losses. Hey, you flip a couple coins, you never know.
I ain't bitching.
You never know.
I can't say that. So
no, would you
give me your little camel toe thing?
Would you want Aggie to go to the title game if you knew they were going to lose by 58 points?
No. Well, yeah. I'd rather it's loved and lost,
Or would you rather get to the Final Four and lose a close game if you knew the result the next week was losing by 58 points?
I would like to get to the Final Four.
Okay. I think I would take that too. I'd take a close Final Four loss over
no one wants to get their
blown out like that.
But, I will say this.
The fact that I can remember 65-7.
Having been a part of teams that have lost in title games, that fades. You remember the season. You and the loss still kind of sticks, but you don't remember. It's like I think women in childbirth. You kind of vaguely remember how bad it was, but you really don't.
Yeah.
Because I've lost a few. Both involvement or just participating on a
couple
peripheral
close
side.
There.
I've had my heart ripped out more than once.
A&M is this road trip, this 3-game road trip is going to really tell us a lot about them.
And it's a good ramp up. You get an Arkansas team that's threatening. They could put it on you. They got an offense that'll move the ball, but enough to go on the road knowing full well if we just do our job, it shouldn't be that hard. And you kind of ramp it up over the next couple of weeks. I'm not a big fan of this schedule, but so far it has been the ideal schedule.
I'm a little surprised that the total is as low as it is. 61.5 is the total.
Yeah, I think the expectation is the Aggie defense will perform a bit better against Arkansas than they did against Florida. And we'll see that defense that we've seen kind of focus in against Auburn.
But the thing is, Arkansas's defense is so bad. Like, Arkansas lost to Notre Dame 56-13,
right,
which is still way over.
And I think that the Aggies are going to be able to run a football. I don't care who's holding the ball. So I do think they're going to move the ball. I just don't think that they think the Aggies are going to throw the ball as much, that they're going to be able to win the football game just like the Aggies did in the fourth quarter the other night. Just run the football, don't make any mistakes, and get out with a win.
Yeah, the only one of Arkansas's games that has not gone over 61.5 so far was week 1 against an FCS school, Alabama A&M. It was a 52-7 Arkansas win. and that was still just 3 points shy of going over.
And Petrino is going to move the football.
That's what I'm saying.
He's an offensive dude. I have no doubt that with that quarterback, they've got enough talent to score some points. I just wonder which A&M defense is going to show up. Which one? I mean, they've had well, I shouldn't say that. When is the A&M defense going to show up? It's been showing up pretty consistently in the second half. Second half, they've been locking teams down. Are they going to get there early? Are we going to see that lockdown defense in the first half? And if you do, under 61 is probably a pretty good bet. If I'd bet more first half than I would second. I think that they're going to be slow out of the gate again because, quite frankly, as Elko told us, we don't got a lot of film. I mean, Petrino's been there, kind of, but we really don't know everything that he's going to want to do.
But when Florida scored, what Florida score? 17 points. 14 of them came in the first quarter.
That's what I'm saying. Is the Aggie defense going to show up in the first half? If they do, shoot, I don't know how Arkansas scores. But if they're a quick strike team, they could put 14, 21 points up fast and still be desperately behind by every other measure.
Colby says, I think weather moves in Saturday in Fayetteville.
I've heard that too.
I mean, who knows? That's
Aggie's going to run
4 days away.
I mean, that's where the bread is going to be buttered in this game.
Even without Moss.
It won't matter. I think Moss matters as far as beating. If the Aggies pretend to be a playoff winning team, they're going to have Moss to beat Arkansas on the road. Owens is certainly up to the task.
I would think so. All right, let's take a look at the NFL for a little bit this weekend. Look at the games ahead of us now as we have reached Week 7. Oh my, Week 7. We got a big one tomorrow, Rob. A big one.
It kind of is. Look at what Tomlin's record on Thursday night on the road. It ain't good.
Tomlin as a favorite usually ain't good.
Yeah.
Tomlin in standalone games on the road ain't good. Tomlin as a favorite is generally a bad thing, but cashed last week, and this week he gets to go play against Joe Flacco.
It's not a pretty game on paper. I think it's going to be a fun football game.
The Steelers 5.5-point road favorites in Cincinnati, total 43.5. God, these games are so atrocious.
If I'm Taylor, I'm chunking the ball, man. I'm throwing it deep.
Who cares what happens?
You know what I mean?
Right?
3 and out, I don't care. One of these, I got 2 good wide receivers. Eventually they'll get open.
I kind of think the over might be the play. Like their offense it wasn't completely inept in the Packers game. Like Joe Flacco moved the ball a little bit. Jamar Chase damn near had a hundo.
Yeah, I think I'd be throwing the football. I think they'll move it.
And I don't think the Steelers defense is very good. I still think they can be had. So, yeah, I kind of like the over in that game. I honestly, I'd probably take the Bengals plus 5.5 just because it doesn't feel like a
I know that, 18 years of numbers pile up when you're talking about Aaron Rodgers. But he has traditionally been very good on Thursday night. I know when you're pulling numbers from 2007, okay.
But if Aaron Rodgers has been good and Mike Tomlin's been bad, what's that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what to take from this. I just feel like Pittsburgh's not going to have to do a whole lot to win the football game, but Flacco is a variable that I don't think they expected.
Rams and Jags in London, 8:30.
Good game.
Rams 2.5-point favorites. I like the Rams a lot here. Although I do want to wait and see what the health status is of Puka Nacua. I think if he's out, I'm less thrilled about it.
What about Jacksonville going home? There's no team more comfortable than being there than they are. I don't know how much that affects. But what if they'd have won last week? Would we be looking at this game a little different?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that I have a lot of respect for the Jags.
Too.
Like I really do. But I just think the Rams are one of the
best
top tier teams.
But I'm going to give Jacksonville a puncher's chance in this one. I think this is the kind of game that they could very well just win on just being more accustomed to being over there.
I will say, like from like a fan support thing. In Wembley Stadium, and I think that's where this game is in Wembley. And I've been to a game in Wembley where the Jags played the Texans. It was maybe 10 to 15% of the people there were wearing Jags gear. Like everybody else was like there was.
They're NFL fans.
Yeah, it's like a menagerie of.
I will tell you this:
that
Jacksonville, they're not. Certainly, there's fandom that's spread out, but Jacksonville is by default the British team because they're there every year.
Yeah,
so they do have more fans, but they don't know how to cheer. That's not going to make a difference. They don't know what they're doing.
And the Rams are used to playing every game on the road because they don't have a home field.
But I'm getting at it ain't about the fandom. It's more about they know what to do when they land. They know the hotel they're going to be in. They know what the routine has been there because they do it 2 times a year every year. So I do give them the benefit of been there, done that. And I think that might be worth a field goal. I'm not sure that's not enough to beat the Rams, but I do give them a much better shot than if they were playing in Jacksonville.
Raiders are at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 12.5-point favorites. The Raiders play the Chiefs tough every single year.
I don't know how. Awakened? Has the sleeper awakened? That's the question to me.
It does feel like maybe they have, and they're getting Rashee Rice back, which is a big deal.
To me, it was the running game, man. They ran the football.
But also the Raiders coming off a win.
Yeah.
Now, you get to play the Titans. You only get to play them once.
I kind of like the Chiefs here.
Okay. Saints are at the Bears in a game of teams that, well, at least they're trying.
Isn't this the perfect game for Caleb to have a 3 interception?
It sure feels that way. Sure feels that way.
It feels like he's imminent to have a game like that.
Bears are 4.5-point favorites in that one. The Dolphins are at the Browns. Someone's got to win this game.
I think McDonald.
Browns are 2.5-point favorites.
I think McDonald has a new lease on life, but that doesn't mean they get a win.
You were saying you don't think Mike McDaniel is like they've got no interest in firing him. Apparently,
it doesn't appear that there's any rush to get rid of him. At least not now.
All right. Do the New England Patriots deserve to be 7.5-point road favorites against Tennessee?
Yes.
7.5.
Let's talk about what we've seen from New England over the last couple of weeks. They've got a legitimate, not just good quarterback. They got one that could be very, very good. They're holding on to the football finally. They're not fumbling the football. And they're playing a team that
is garbage.
Like,
if we be in Buck, they ask.
Who's coaching? I mean, you could give me a name, but
you know what? I know it's not Brian Callahan. That's probably a good thing.
Maybe that'll help, but I like the number here.
I will say also, go look at teams coming off firing their coach. Usually you get a good effort.
A little bounce back. I'll give you that, but even with a bounce back.
The new coach bounce.
Cool.
Eagles at the Vikings.
Fun football game.
Philly 1.5 on the road. Give me the Vikings
This is
here.
going to be a fun game, man. I don't know which way this is going to go. Philly has to start feeling good about themselves. That might not mean beating Minnesota, but they're going to have to play better offensively to start to kind of work their way back into form.
Yeah, it just feels like the Vikings were just on bye, weren't they?
Yeah, they should be ready to take on a Philly team that's really looking inward. Like, who are we? I think they've got a chance. I wouldn't be surprised to see a fair amount of points scored. I'll tell you that.
Vikings were smart enough to take their bye week after the London game. And
you're fools if you don't.
I don't know how you couldn't. Yeah, I like the Vikings this weekend. Panthers are at the Jets.
When was the last time you say, take the Panthers and the numbers, baby?
Dude.
Take it all.
I bet the Panthers early this week.
Yeah.
Plus points.
Yeah.
I bet them plus 1.5. They're now minus 1.5. It doesn't really matter. I think the Panthers are way better than the Jets. Yes. Way better.
Because, again,
now, the Panthers are 0-3 on the road.
If Fields starts, fire Aaron Glenn on Monday. Just go ahead and kill him.
Unless they win.
Well, okay. If they win,
unless a miracle happens.
Well, then if he wins, you give him a contract extension.
Okay.
But if you can win with Fields, you can deserve a contract extension.
All right. How about this one? This feels like maybe some value on the road team. The New York Football Giants hit the road. They're in Denver. Denver's a 7.5-point favorite at home.
Scataboo!
The Giants feel they're playing with some confidence right now. They just beat the snot out of the Eagles.
Here's what
it is a rookie making a road start against Sean Payton.
Sean Payton against a rookie quarterback. I'd like to see those numbers. I get the sense that they're going to kind of confound them.
Colts are at the Chargers. Chargers 1.5-point favorites at home. This is one of the more competitive games of the weekend, I think.
This is one of those that when we start looking at playoff seeding at the end of the season, this game's going to matter.
No, I agree. One of these teams gets to really make a statement here. Cowboys, Commanders, obviously. Washington 1.5 on the road in Dallas.
It's a huge game for the Cowboys.
It really is. But it's also, I've got no idea what to expect from them. It's also pretty big for Washington, because they blew that game on Monday, now they're 3-3. they're in a dogfight all of a sudden. So
this could, again, one of those, when we're looking at the end of the season, if both these teams figure something minor out, could have wild card implications.
Think about this. If the Cowboys win this weekend, they're ahead of the Commanders in the standings.
Yeah, this could have wild card implications if, the Cowboys find a way to right the ship and the Commanders are what we think they are.
What do you think happens?
I don't like the Cowboys' chances in this.
Okay. I think there's a lot of points scored.
Yeah.
Total's 55.5.
I think that's
don't know
low.
who's stopping who.
Yeah.
Packers are at the Cardinals. Packers minus 6.5 on the road.
Let me tell you that the Cardinal team's offense looked a little bit better with
They
the
looked
backup.
feisty.
There might be a little worry
Jacoby
there.
Brissett.
Might be something there for the Cardinals this weekend.
And then Sunday Night Football, Falcons at San Francisco. San Francisco, a 2.5-point favorite. Give me the Falcons. I mean, this is San Francisco's a mash unit.
2 consecutive weeks of primetime football for the Falcons.
Yeah, weird. And
it'll probably look good doing it.
Probably unnecessary. And then we've got the 2 Monday night games again. Texans are at the Seahawks on Monday. Seahawks 3.5-point favorites there. And then Bucks at the Lions. Lions are 5.5-point favorites. I'll be on the Lions. I'm against the Bucks pretty much every week. And pretty much every week I
like Seattle too.
Punching myself in the face. 2 teams with byes this week, the Bills and the Ravens. Get a chance to get healthy this week.
Desperately need it.
Oh, no doubt.
They can share the evac tent.
Yeah, I think there is for the Cowboys. I think there's a puncher's chance because I don't trust that Commanders defense.
I think there's a lot of points to be scored, and again, this
the
is the same
consistency
thing
of this
every
team.
week. If you can score 35 points, you're going to have a chance, and I think that they can score 35 points on the. But I think that the defensive questions are coming to a head, so they're either going to fix it. Or their OC or their DC is either going to get demoted or a scheme change is imminent if they don't play some defense this week.
Okay. All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, I've got one of the weirder stories of the Major League Baseball playoffs. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Did you wake up this morning and wash yourself clean underneath a Connecticut treated water? I hope you did. If you got a Connecticut, there's so many worries in your life that, well, quite frankly, you don't have those worries. Like the extra power that you have to spend every month on those water softeners that you plug in. Connecticut's you don't. All that extra salt that you have to buy because your water softener, for some strange reason, twice a day decides to cycle through and just burn salt. I don't understand. My Connecticut doesn't do that. I've heard tell that those do. See, Connecticut's been part of my life as long as I can remember. My parents had one. When I bought my first house, I just followed my daddy's advice and got a Connecticut. I didn't know what life was like until I moved away from town and didn't have a Connecticut, and I found out there is a difference. And if you ever thought that Connecticut costs too much, you just can't afford it, well, that's way wrong, especially right now. If you decide to try a Connecticut, you can have one in your home for 90 days, no fee, no cost to you at all if you're already plumbed for that. And when you decide to buy, there is all kinds of incentives. Right now with approved credit, 0% financing for a year, there's money in your old water softener and a gift, a reverse osmosis drinking station on your sink. They have the decor to match your pretty decor, and you'll never have to buy another water bottle again. Ready, clean, filtered water for all your coffee and tea right there at the sink. I love mine. You should go ahead and get it now. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE. Go to ConnecticutSA.com for all the details, but go get yourself the very best. A Connecticut in your home tells everybody you know what it means, and you can go ahead and thank me for that later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are getting reports of an accident downtown at 35, lower level northbound Alamo. They moved it off a main lane off to the shoulder, still causing about a 5-7 minute delay, slow from 90. 410 eastbound the connector to southbound 281. That stall is off to the shoulder of the connector ramp. An accident 35 Frontage Road, northbound just past North New Braunfels. And right now about a 15-17 minute ride along 1604 northbound Culebra to Houseman. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatment. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, did the Texas Longhorns find their way and turn a corner? We're going to talk to Bob Ballou from KI Sports in Austin. He'll let us know. And RJ Ochoa to talk a little Dallas Cowboys football. He needs to get some things off his chest. And Minix is back. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oi! boom, 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 boom. Hey, there any road trips you ever go on? It's like, oh, I hate going on this road trip. I hate going here.
That happened last Friday. No. Yeah. You mean like of my making, or I'm like
that you if you ever, I don't know how much you've had to travel for work, but like,
yeah.
Are there ever cities you've got to go to? Where it's like,
yes, and you bitch about it, and people are like, man, that sounds awesome. Like, no, it's not. It's not awesome.
Like when I worked in Houston, I was covering so much boxing and UFC. There was a year where I spent, I don't know, 20-something the weekends. Like when I say weekends, 4 days. Like I'd get there Wednesday and I'd leave Sunday in Vegas, and a couple times we got put in the Luxor. I've stayed in the Luxor.
I took a basketball team there.
The worst. I don't ever want to stay in the Luxor.
Oh, it's a dump.
It's a hole, and
it's way at the end of the Strip, way down there by the.
And I don't mind that
tower.
end of the Strip. I do, but like Mandalay's right next door.
Right.
MGM's right across the street. I'll stay at those, but they put me in the Luxor a couple times, and it's like, it's a nightmare.
It's. I mean, it when it first opened 30 years ago, it's cool.
Oh, I'm sure it was,
but not now.
Oh, it's the Alamo Dome of Vegas.
No,
or what?
it's just a little worn. It's not a terrible. There's certainly worse, but no, it's not the best by far.
Well,
okay.
The road. What's the road team hotel typically for teams that
They
come?
each pick. Anymore, it's become the Emma.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. It used to be the Hyatt right next. So it was due to proximity, and there's been a couple that have stayed further out depending on the team. But for the most part, it's the Emma.
Okay, and that's the nicest hotel in San Antonio, right?
Probably. Well, there's some that are equivalent, but yeah, it's a great hotel. Yeah.
Well, in Milwaukee, the baseball teams stay in the Pfister Hotel,
which is a legendary old school hotel,
built in 1893.
Wow.
Okay. Most players look to avoid it. And the Dodgers, Mookie Betts he rents an Airbnb when he's in town. He doesn't stay there. Bryce Harper has said that when he stayed there a couple times, he's had some weird stuff happen.
Well, yeah.
Like his stuff, like
What?
he's like, I had all my stuff set up in the room. I went to take a shower, and when I came out of the shower, all my stuff was moved across the room. A lot of people think that it's haunted. And Teoscar Hernandez, the Dodgers outfielder, ended up staying away from the team hotel. So he stayed off on his own because his wife was with him. And his wife refused to stay in this hotel because she believes in ghosts. And she said, Dave Roberts, who's the manager, said, I've been staying in this hotel for, as a player and then now as a coach for 10, 15 years. I've never seen anything happen. But there's been stories on, like ESPN wrote a story about all this stuff that's happened there. Giancarlo Stanton says he hates staying. Like, it's a legendary place where guys don't want to stay. But Teoscar Hernandez said, we stayed there in October, we stayed there earlier in the year, and some of the rooms, the lights go on and off. And the doors there are noises, footsteps. He said, I'm not the guy that I'm going to be here saying, oh, yeah, I experienced that before, because I'm not. But I can tell you, I'm not going to experience it because my wife said, we ain't staying at this
If you
hotel.
don't want to get hit by a car, don't play in the street. The Spurs always used to complain about the Oklahoma City hotel, that it was haunted.
Really?
The Thunder Hotel.
Oh, really?
The Hilton downtown. I've heard stories that they felt like there was stuff in the hallways.
Oh.
Have you ever been around to go? Ever felt like been around somebody who said this place is haunted?
I swear I had listen, when I was a little kid, I've told you before, I lived outside of Sweeney, Texas on a big grass farm. And the property next to us, it was like from our house to the next property was, if you turned out of our driveway, you had to drive close to a half a mile.
Right.
And the very next property, and there was our property, a very small property, and a creek right there.
Okay. Abandoned houses on these?
On that small property, there was a house that had caught on fire at some point.
Okay.
Did it kill all the kids?
I don't know.
Haunted by the dead
it
kids?
happened before I was alive. So this house was just from the time I was I had memories. This burnt out house was sitting here, And one time I'm down at the creek.
Just messing around.
Just doing creek stuff.
Okay.
And I walk by that house. I swear, I see a woman with a laundry basket go behind the house. And I said, what the? And me, being a stupid kid, went to investigate.
Turned out to be a meth lab.
It was nothing. It was absolutely nothing there.
Bunch of tweakers.
But I'm telling you,
bunch of copper.
And it was like a
spools of copper.
A lady with a sunken in face, almost to, like, where it was like skeletal.
Really?
And
how old were you?
I was probably 9, 8 or 9.
You tell your parents you saw a ghost?
I've told them since. I didn't tell them at the time. I've told them since.
Oh.
But I believe.
Vic, have you ever had
it may have been a ghost.
Any otherworldly experience?
Just at my grandma's house, yeah.
What happened there?
After she died.
Was it your grandma?
I don't know. She was very religious, and she would always pray. She would pray on me with the egg, and she passed away.
The ojo going.
Yeah, she passed away in the house, and like months later, it was just you just felt something like it was weird. Like your hair would stand up and
really
on your
I've
arm.
never had any.
You'd wake up with an egg on your chest.
Yeah, like, what happened, man? What happened?
I've never had any kind of experience like that.
No.
I mean, I've been to the trestles.
Have you been to the tracks?
Oh yeah, I've been to the tracks. I've had them. I've been to all the places around town that are supposedly haunted.
Right.
But never had any kind of surreal experience at all. Nothing.
I've done the ghost tour in New Orleans.
I've done that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to do stuff like that.
I've walked through the graveyards there in New Orleans, which is crazy.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy, but I've never been like, there's a ghost.
But I would never not stay in a hotel because it was haunted. In fact, I would actually probably pay extra to stay in the
stay in that.
Go down and stay at the Manger.
Yeah, that was going to say
the Manger's pretty haunted, and
now,
Emily Morgan, I believe, is probably more haunted than the Manger, from what I've been told.
Yeah.
Now, once it was my son was playing in a tournament in Reno, and from Vegas to Reno, it's like driving from here to Amarillo or something. Like it's
the desert.
It's a long road and it's just nothing. But there's the midway point. There's a town called Tonopah. Go ahead and type in Tonopah, Nevada into Google, and see what comes up first. Because my truck broke down in Tonopah.
Isn't that the town stop time?
My truck fuel pump gave out there in Tonopah, Nevada, and there is a hotel there called.
Oh, is this? I've seen this. This is the Clown.
The Clown Motel.
Well, no, not going there.
The Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada.
I know people that are terrified of clowns.
Oh gosh, can you imagine?
And this is the craziest thing. We had to my truck was I had to get my truck fixed. And there's limited amounts of hotels in this town, Tonopah, Nevada, as you can see by the map.
I'll
It's
sleep in a car.
But the Clown Motel is connected to a cemetery. Like there's literally you walk out the front door of the Clown Motel and you're looking at a cemetery, and the other hotels there in Tonopah charge out the ass because they know
nobody will stay at the Clown Motel.
It's either you stay here
or you
stay with the clowns. And my wife was like, I called my wife. I was like, yeah, they want like $260 for a night at the Best Western in Tonopah. And my wife was like, what? The Best Western? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. And it's like, well, or I could stay at the Clown Motel for $120.
There, you get your own body bag.
And she's like, I'm coming to get you.
Here's your towels and your body bag.
Your body bag.
She brought a rental car. She's like, I'm coming to get you. Yeah, forget it. I'll be down there. She drove like 4 hours or whatever it was to come get me because I was with her baby, with my youngest son. She didn't want him staying in the Clown Motel.
So if you were by yourself, you would have been on your own?
Oh, yeah.
I would have stayed in the Clown Motel. She would have been like, well, all right, it is what it is. It's so funny, the level of hotel. I don't know if you're this way, Rob. When I travel with my family, my wife usually picks the hotels, and they're usually pretty nice. Let's put it that way. if I travel on my own, my wife's like, "Do you really need to stay in the Marriott?"
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like she wants to put. If I'm by myself, she
You're
wants
in a
me in
Motel
a.
6.
She wants me in a hotel with a number.
And a door that opens to the parking lot.
And it ain't the Four Seasons. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I need a 6 or an 8 in that number. And like,
you better be able to open your
be
door
all right.
and look at your car.
Yeah.
There better be an ice machine
Yeah,
outside.
just open your window and see your car. That's all you need to worry
Better
about.
open to the highway.
But it is funny how when it's just me, it's like, oh yeah, you can stay with the fleas, stay in flea bottom.
I upgrade, man.
And then when
that's my neck of the woods.
When I'm with the family, we've got like a connecting suite. Oh, look at this. Let's get room service. Meanwhile, mine's like
the only hotel in town, baby.
Did you really DoorDash a pizza to the motel room?
Yeah.
Damn.
The hotels where you got the 6-pack of beer in the sink.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You put ice on, and then you got to like you rinse off the ice just because you know the ice is gonna be dirty. Yeah. The clown motel.
Yeah.
What's the clown from It? What's his name?
Pennywise.
Oh look,
Pennywise
15%
working the desk.
15% discount at the clown motel?
Yeah.
Third possession's free.
Yeah, use code Spooky15.
Road trip. We got 1 hour left. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Riding to work with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Today's not just any day, it's your lucky day. Staples Easy Deal Days are extended now through October 18th. Easy Rewards members score up to 40% off more than 1,000 products in-store and online. Head to your local Staples store or visit staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
Ewald Kubota's waiting on you. You know, John Ewald had always said, if you can't afford it, there's no way you cannot afford a Kubota. No reasonable offer is ever refused at John Ewald's Kubotas around South and Central Texas. The reason they have been so successful is they take care of you. It's not just about the one purchase. It's about the relationship that'll go on. And whether you're renting and need parts, whether you need service at your site or at your property, the Ewald name is always there long after the purchase is made. When you're buying construction equipment, you know you're buying the very best, but you're also buying the support afterward. They've got offers like 0% down and 0 APR for those construction equipment big needs that are coming around right now. And if you're working property and it's time to start baling hay or you need the cutters and all of that, and there's never been a better time to go take advantage of great financing like 0% down and 0 APR. And also they're going to double up on your warranty. So a 2-year warranty goes to 4 years just for working with Ewald. You know, the sale is part of it, but it is the follow-up that counts, and it's the parts, the rental service, all under one roof, the tradition that is Ewald. I'll say it again, whether you're chasing RTVs, you need a fine tractor, you're looking for something to work your property, your first and last stop should always be Ewald Kubota. From the hill country of Texas to the Gulf of Mexico, Ewald Kubota, well, they're your Kubota dealer.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you you. Could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergenics or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is right for you. Discovered by most major insurance, affordable self-pay options are available. The best you is waiting. Book your free T-test at trtmvp.com.
What's the best way to refresh your fall wardrobe? Easy. Just come into your local Macy's and meet with one of our free personal stylists. They're experts who can help you find the latest trends, like flowy dresses, textural layers, and fall boots. Curate and style them in a way that's perfect for you. Even better, get an extra 20% off purchases at your first session. So book your free appointment today in-store or at Macys.com/personal stylist. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Doug.
Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
The Gomez Law Firm is San Antonio's leader in personal injury law, and we have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us to share more.
Number one priority is to let the people know that we are a law firm that's been part of this community for 50 years. Mr. Gomez, he's been a practicing attorney here since 1973. He's born and raised here in San Antonio, done nothing but help out personal injury victims. It's very important that we get that out to the San Antonio community because a lot of these attorneys like to come in here and act like they're from here, but you know, they're all out-of-towners. They don't know what goes on here. If you've been injured, if you've been involved in an accident, if you've been involved in a car wreck, call the Gomez Law Firm. We've been around for almost 50 years. And we're not going anywhere.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
And remember, Gomez Law Fights.
Straight Talk presents The Math of More. Here's how it works. When you say yes to more with Straight Talk, you're left with more for all the other good stuff. So getting an unlimited plan starting at just $25 a month equals more savings for your family's weekend adventures. And with a network covered by Verizon, you can share more from wherever you go. It's simple math, really. More equals more with Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. The $25 plan requires a compatible unlocked device and a new line of service. Additional terms apply.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are getting reports of an accident downtown at 35, lower level northbound Alamo. They moved it off a main lane off to the shoulder, still causing about a 5-7 minute delay, slow from 90. 410 eastbound the connector to southbound 281. That stall is off to the shoulder of the connector ramp. An accident 35 Frontage Road, northbound just past North New Braunfels. And right now, about a 15-17 minute ride along 1604 northbound Calabria to Houseman. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, Dallas Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones told 105.3 The Fan yesterday that he believes they have the ammo to make a potential trade, citing their draft capital and cap space saved in the Micah deal. In Major League Baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers continue to dominate the Milwaukee Brewers, taking a 2-0 series lead behind a gem of a complete game, behind Yoshinobu Yamamoto's complete game. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:03 on the Morning Huddle. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It's the Morning Huddle on a hump day. Hump day? No AJ tomorrow. Sorry, guys. It'll be the Rob and Vic show.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys try to say you're not going to work tomorrow?
No, not yet. We haven't.
I think the notice for this is too late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we'll
I'm just
dice
gonna call in
anyway.
and force Vic to do it by himself.
That's the move.
Oh yeah, the suit was in here earlier saying
yeah.
that he forgot about that. AJ's not here tomorrow, so we'll do the meeting next week.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, of course, he would only want to meet with me.
Yeah, if you're not there, it doesn't count.
Yes, it wouldn't. I mean, does it matter if I'm not there? I would say, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
would have been great. Yeah. But alas, I don't make all the rules, unfortunately. So here we are.
We'll muddle through. We'll carry on.
I figure you'd power through. That's one thing I appreciate about you, Rob. You power through.
You muddle through.
You power through the worst of situations. The NBA preseason, as we I guess we're right up on the season itself. We are
starts next week.
Now, yeah, we are less than a week away, if I'm not mistaken. Less than a week, I think, from real basketball matches.
The next Tuesday.
Yeah. So yeah, look at that.
Wow. Finally.
And Rob was talking about the rumors that are out and about right now, and the idea that Giannis is going to be on the trade block. There's a lot of people who think LeBron is going to be on the trade block. And Rob, you said you just say no to Giannis.
Watching last night and juxtaposed what I've seen from the Spurs, and if the Spurs hadn't looked quite as interesting, good, I don't want to say good. Yeah, exciting. I might have a different opinion because I was certainly all in on the Giannis.
Okay.
And I'm still not completely out because certainly it'll have to do with the deal that would be available. But as it sits right now, if what I've seen so far continues to be what I expect to see, there's no need to trade for Giannis. Now, I'm not saying there's not a need to make a deal, depending on your clock for success, but maybe Giannis isn't the answer. Maybe he's not absolutely necessary. Now, we're going to have a lot of time before the deadline to know, but I can say that watching what we've done with Wemby, and this is just an experiment, but what we've seen so far in preseason is he plays a role from the get-go. I mean, he's bringing the ball up, he's ripping and running, he's running fast breaks. The moment that a guy like Giannis shows up, that goes away. All of that stops.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, and that could be a good thing. I'm not saying that's not necessarily a good thing if it was to happen. But as I sit right now, knowing full well that this Giannis thing is going to be huge, and it's going to be the story of the league early on. Who's angling to get Giannis now? Will it be after the season? Are they going to try to get him for a run? That's going to be the conversation. And it'll start pretty quick. It'll start cooking probably in December. And if it does, I just don't want to be a part of it when I don't think it's absolutely necessary.
I'd want to know, like, my first question would be, what's the asking price?
Well, it'll cost you either a Dillon or a Castle to start with. One of those would have to go at the very minimum.
I think I could get around to that. And here's why I say that. We've gone over the facts of this. In general, you need a top 5 player in the NBA to win a title.
There's no doubt at all. And you need a number 5 and another one in the top 20 to really, and another one in the top 50. So you really need 3.
And the one thing the Spurs are missing right now is a top 5 player in the NBA. They've got a lot of depth. They've got I think 2 guys that are in the top 25 right now in Fox and Wemby. And you've got some young guys that are in the top 50 that I think have potential to be even better. But you don't have a bona fide
But what if
ace.
I said at this time next year you will?
And that's the big question about the Spurs. But that's also not a guarantee.
No, you're right. And like I'm basing what I said about Giannis off 2 weeks of preseason and 1 game of watching Giannis. I know what he's capable of. I know he's far more than what I saw last night. But what I saw last night was the worst of what Giannis can be. And that means you're still a very good basketball team, and you're still going to win the game, but it is so reliant on him that you have to give him first opportunity, second opportunity. You get the third one. If it doesn't work out, he gets the 4th opportunity. So that's how it's going to have to be to win because that's his game now. I don't think he turns into David Robinson when he lands here. I don't think he'd be willing to take a step back and say, it's all you, and I will take the scraps. That ain't going to happen.
And the problem, I mean, the thing is, right now, if he were here, things should run through him because he would be the best player on the team.
And it's what's good for you now, or is it good for you long term? And it would be good for you now if he was the number one dude. But I'm just watching Wemby.
Because we saw that with Tim into Kawhi, just as much. Kawhi was he was secondary until it was time for him to be the dude.
Right. I can just say I knew what Tim was and I knew what Kawhi was becoming. I think that by Christmas we're going to have a pretty good idea that we got one of the top 2 or 3 dudes in the world. I mean, 20 minutes a game, and he's putting up 25, 7, 9, 3, and 1. Now, there's 7 turnovers in there, but in limited time, I think the Spurs, if by the numbers, he might not be the 5th best player in the world, but by output, he's going to play like he is for us.
Well, and especially because of the defensive output that he's going to have.
It's just scary. I just don't want to I don't want to say no not to do it because there is a small but growing opportunity here that it could happen like this year. Like we could be looking at this team in December going, right now we're a top 10 team. Like right now we are. And if we have the opportunity to add a Giannis and really only lose one guy this year, only
and
one
maybe
dude.
like some role pieces or
yeah,
whatever.
But I'm just talking about one dude, and it would be it would without a doubt be Steph or Harp. It'd be one or the other.
And then it'd be a bunch of guys to match money.
And draft picks later on, I would certainly be sitting to listen because you don't turn out a chance to make a run. And I just watching the game last night and just hearing the banter pre and post, this season's early part will be marked by what's going on with LeBron. Why isn't anybody wanting to make a deal for LeBron, which I do believe is the case, and who is willing to offer the most for Giannis now?
Yeah.
I think those are the stories off the court, apart from the whole Kawhi Leonard, what the hell are they going to do with the Clippers and how they paid him kind of stuff, which is going to be a story that's going to heat back up here in about a week.
Would you be more interested in a LeBron than a Giannis?
At an asking price?
Yeah,
yes.
knowing that LeBron would be a discounted.
Absolutely, I would. If there is even a whiff of a chance to get a LeBron. Now, I'm not giving up a lot, but I'd rather give up a draft pick and future compensation for LeBron than current talent. But if that was an opportunity to take right now, to bring a guy in like that, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's what the Spurs seem to be really kind of lacking is someone who can make everybody around him a much better player. And that's what LeBron is consistently. That's kind of the opposite of what Giannis does. They are so juxtaposed. Like, they are very different type of players.
Now, the idea of LeBron coming without Pop has certainly changed. The dynamics changed a bit.
I quite frankly, I don't think he'd be interested in coming.
Yeah, I think the dynamics has changed a bit. With Pop, I would say it would be almost probable if it was right.
And I'm not saying there isn't a world where, and somebody says it here, Gilbert, chastise me, but honestly, I believe Wemby will be top 5 by season's end.
I feel like I'm with him. Man, it's just he's going to be a distant 5th. I mean, he won't be. I mean, there's other guys that are certainly far and away better, and we're talking about Shea and Luka and those.
And Shea and Luka and Joker, and quite frankly, Giannis.
Yeah, it's not even close. But I think when you compare his effect on our team, he'll feel like a top 5 dude because every box is filled. He makes a difference on every possession, whether he's 10 feet from the basket, under the basket, sees the ball, touches the ball. Everything happens because of what he does. And that's what a top 5 player does. Everything that happens on the court, when he's on there, he's having an effect on either because he's not a part of the play or because he is. And that's a top 5 dude. And from what I've seen in the preseason, we've already got it.
Well, there's one other thing that's keeping him from being a top 5 dude. It's the same thing that keeps Anthony Davis from being a top 5 dude. It's the same thing that keeps Giannis from being, or not Giannis, Zion from being a top 5 dude, Joel Embiid from being a top 5 dude. It's being able to be on the floor consistently.
You got to play a full season.
And if we get another season of 60-ish games out of Vic, then I'd be a little bit nervous.
Well, I would be nervous, and it would make the need to go get a Giannis even much more important.
I agree with that.
If we see a limp in Wemby, then a Giannis becomes even more valuable.
Because it starts the process of your window sooner.
It does, but it
And-
also closes your window of opportunity later sooner. I mean, you lose some draft opportunities to build while you're paying.
But
I can't imagine what Wemby's going to get paid. I can't even. The numbers are going to be unfathomable by the time we pay him. So cheap drafted talent's going to matter.
But also, you agree that I don't think there's any doubt Wemby will be here for a second contract. I think there is massive doubt about whether or not Wemby will be in San Antonio for a third contract. So you would want to maximize the amount of time that your window is open with Wemby, regardless.
Yeah, I can. And doing that gives it an easy reason to stay because you don't have to work so hard. I'm not going to predicate everything on I might lose him. I'm going to act like he's going to stay and build that way. But no, I think that plays a role.
Yeah.
It does.
No, there's a lot of moving parts in it, obviously. Me personally, I always say if you can get a top 5 guy and give up not top 5 guys,
yeah, it's a no-brainer. And I've been on that page.
That's how you win in the NBA.
But watching last night, I thought the worst case is this. I'm watching, Milwaukee's a good basketball team, but it's solely because of him. And if he chooses to have a bad night, there ain't nobody else going to have a good night.
No, you're right.
He's not going to lift you.
He's always going to get his 30, 35. He's going to get his 12 boards. He's going to get his and he's going to play great defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be great all the time. And he has the ability to elevate really bad players to good. But we've seen the great to good players that have played with him. They haven't gotten better. I mean, Dame
Lillard
was
didn't get
not a
better. No,
happy
you're right.
camper.
Yeah. But also, there's a guy who has, in the last 7 years, the worst he has finished in the MVP voting is 4th.
He's a baller. I mean, it's just it is a ridiculous thing to say. I'm not sure he's good for us because that's stupid. But, I look at
because if you can get a guy like him, you find a way to make it work for you. You adjust everything else.
You drafted Dylan Harper because you don't pass the Dylan Harper even though you got a Castle. I just, watching what the Spurs have done and just watching one preseason game, I thought, man, he has to touch the ball so much to be Giannis, and that's pretty damn good. But to the detriment of others sometimes, it might make me.
He's also got like a 63% true shooting percentage. Like he just doesn't he's walking points.
Yeah, all of that. It just I would never turn down a negotiation, but it would certainly make it easier for me to walk away from a deal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, no, it's just too much.
I think this is the year if Wemby doesn't turn into what we think he's going to turn into this year, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous.
Well, we could get this Embiid thing that, he's great when he's healthy, but that happens every third year.
Yeah. That is kind of my concern about it. Like, there is a lot of Zion to it where, man, and you just talked about it, you see these flashes and it's like, oh, my God. Because trust me, I guarantee you've watched Zion Williamson play and gone,
oh, my
holy,
God. Yes.
Who can stop this guy?
I
and
still
then
believe that.
He stops himself.
Right.
And if we get another year of that or another year where Wemby wants to be Steph Curry and just chuck a bunch of bad threes, like there's still things that are hindering him from becoming what – and I also think that Pop being – I don't want to say Pop being out of the picture, but Pop being not primary on Wemby does – it tampers my expectations slightly.
All that being said, his first 4 preseason games have been a revelation.
Yeah.
I mean, all that being said, he is
also
on
they've been playing the Lou Gloom
and
whatever.
I mean, that's preseason. I mean, but in that environment, he is the ruler of the wasteland. I mean, he has taken advantage of 25 points in 20 minutes. I mean, that's just a given now. That's what he does. That's crazy numbers. Crazy numbers.
Yeah. And it can get there, but you got to see consistency. You got to see more growth. And right now, again, I'm not looking to mortgage the whole. And quite frankly, I'll tell you this: the more I think about what it would take to get a Giannis, chances are good it would take De'Aaron Fox more than it would take one of those young guys.
Yeah.
Because from a money standpoint, it would probably take that contract to make it work. Because
that would be one of those deals you go, well, I love him, but I don't know him that well.
Yeah.
If you really want to talk about him, I'm certainly happy to get him, but
I mean, there are people now, and we see it in the Brigade Bar sometime, like where people don't realize how good De'Aaron Fox is, and they're like somehow Dylan Harper and Steph Castle today are better than De'Aaron Fox, and it's not even close to being true. But there is a mindset of, well, this is our guy. We drafted him. We picked him. He's our guy.
Absolutely.
And this
he's
is an
not
outsider who came in. It's nice to have him, but he's an outsider.
And we passed those guys through in the past.
Yeah.
Wait till we see Darren play. But you guys will be very happy if you think he's a pass-through. But he would certainly be a tool I'd trade for Giannis. But that's so far down the road.
Gilbert says, I'm not worried about health yet. Most of his misses in the first 2 years were the Spurs limiting him on purpose. And last year, the DVT is not an injury. It's a disease process.
Still,
it's something. It's something. It's the fact that he's not on the floor.
Right.
You know what I mean? And whoever you want to blame for it, whatever you want to say, you can say, oh, the Spurs decided. I don't know. But he went on the floor.
At some point, we need 70 games.
Yeah.
You know, you can take 12 off, injury, rest, whatever, but we need 70 games of top-flight 30-minute performance.
That's what I'm looking for, to say that he's made that next step. All right, let's take a break. We'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports on the other side. I got to tell you about Karbach Brewing. Oh, yes, born in Houston, but they are all over San Antonio now. Eric Warner, the head brewer there, was telling me how San Antonio was a priority market for Karbach when they first decided to expand. And the first keg of Karbach that went outside the Houston area, right here to San Antonio. How about that? Right now, they've got a great beer out called Karbachtoberfest. Fantastic. It's a perfectly balanced, nice, malty, Oktoberfest-style Marzen beer, very traditional-style Marzen beer. And you can find it in grocery stores and liquor stores all over San Antonio for a very limited time, though. It's a seasonal. It's not going to be around forever, obviously. But you get it while you can. And if that's not your flavor, no big deal. They've got something for you. I almost guarantee it. The Love Street, that's their Cold-Style Blonde. That is their best-selling beer. You can find that all over town. Hopadillo's their flagship IPA. Same thing. It's a very in-your-face, hop-forward IPA. And Crawford Bock, another easy drinker, very, very, very widely available. And it's not just in the grocery stores and liquor stores. It's in a ton of bars and restaurants as well. So when you're out, you're eating dinner with the fam, maybe you're watching the game with the fellas, up your beer game, guys, and do it with a Karbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a trouble spot downtown. Accident 35, lower level northbound at Alamo, off to the shoulder. 410 eastbound, the connector to southbound 281. That stalls off to the right shoulder of the connector ramp. On I-10 upper level, eastbound between Calabria on over to Frio. That's some ongoing road work. We've got 2 right lanes blocked. 35 upper level, southbound Brooklyn Avenue to Martin Street. Road work takes the right lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Injury Attorneys, available 24/7.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The post-career day press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $600 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great-tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at 3:25 p.m. The Cowboys are back home after a 2-week road trip, taking on the Washington Commanders. Pre-game starts at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Here we go. Frank says Wimby and evident and health injury, Embiid's health injury is totally different. Blood clot ain't no injury.
Yes, it is.
And he says he's been saying both shows act like he had knee injury that kept him out. Hey, let me ask you, have you ever heard of a fella named Lou Gehrig who one day didn't get injured? He just had a disease that started to take an effect on his body. And I'm not saying this is like to that level, certainly. But here's maybe a better example, a more realistic example. Chris Bosh had that blood clotting issue that basically
that was it.
He started to have clots, and then like a year later, he had a recurrence, and that was pretty much the end of Chris. But now he stayed on the roster as like a mascot, but that was the end of Chris Bosh's playing career, basically. Like these things happen. DeJuan Wagner's another guy. You remember, what did he have? Colitis or something like that? Like one day they were just like, yeah, dude. He was like, I can't move the way I used to move. I can't play anymore. They had to take out his whole colon or something. Mario Lemieux had to retire and unretire from hockey about 20 times because he had Hodgkin's disease. Like, this stuff happens. Like, there's crazy things that happen. So just to say, like, oh, it's no big deal, well, it could be. We don't know.
You're right. We hope it's not. We don't expect that, but you have to look at his near past. He hasn't been healthy. He hasn't. Whether it's ankle, shoulder, blood clots. I mean, whether it's a blood clot or a rolled ankle, that means missed time. Yeah. You know, that's all. We need reps. We need them on the court. And if you can't be on the court for whatever reason, whether it's thrombosis or a blown knee, it doesn't matter to me. You're not here. And that's right now, you've got to be playing. And whether it's a syndrome or an injury that will heal back up to 100%, it doesn't matter. You're still not here.
Yeah, and that's like, again, if you are going to be one of the best or the best, you got to be on the floor.
But that being said, oh my gosh, his highlight film.
No, I get it, man. I get it.
Yikes. It truly is special. Let's not get lost in the weeds and let's thoroughly enjoy this ride, because to watch him become what I think he's about to become is crazy.
Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. Cheryl Hines, who you may know as the wife of Larry David, second Larry David reference of this show.
Funny moment. Herself.
Or you may know even more recently as the real world wife of Robert Kennedy Jr. RFK Jr. is married to Cheryl Hines in the real world, not on television.
It's an unfortunate choice of husband.
Okay. Well, I can't believe she did this, but Cheryl Hines went on The View and got into a shouting match with the gals, which I would have never guessed.
You'd have thought they'd have gotten along.
Cheryl said he has dedicated his career to suing big corporations because of toxins that have been affecting people's health. He sued DuPont. He sued Exxon. He sued those companies for health reasons because they were causing health problems. And he was part of the team that sued Monsanto because of Roundup.
A lot of money in that.
But then, what's her name? Sunny Hostin. She said, well, the problem, respectfully, is that your husband is the least qualified Department of Health and Human Services head that we've had in history. And Cheryl said, less qualified than an economist? And she said, yeah, I think he is less qualified. She said he spent his career studying toxins, studying these people's health. He's also, she said, this is what Sonny said, he's also spread a lot of misinformation. And, of course, the crowd cheers, and then Cheryl Hines starts yelling. Maybe, I don't know if this is the best move for Cheryl Hines to go on to The View.
Well, you're going into enemy territory when you do it.
I guess so. I mean, she probably I don't think they expected it to turn into a full-blown shouting match, though. Because everyone's adults and mature here.
Of course.
But it does. I'm certainly not surprised in this instance.
Man, no matter your political bent, one side or the other, The View sucks.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're politically in line with those ladies. Listening to that whining dribble for an hour is awful.
Does your wife watch it?
No, I mean,
because she only watches Good Morning America, right?
No, she's a Today Show.
Oh, Today Show. My bad.
Oh, we're all in with Jenna Bush Hager.
Yeah.
We're all in with Jenna Bush Hager. Just the dribble, oh my God. So you walk into that, you should expect to be yelling. I'd be screaming just in pain.
A lot of people are doing stuff with Saudi Arabia now.
They got money. They can buy friends.
Yes. Yeah. And now, there's a lot of debate on whether or not our athletes, musicians, things like that should take big money from Saudis.
There was a comedy festival in Saudi that
the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Yeah, that some comedians have called out some that flew over to do it.
Yes. Now one of the comedians has come out and said, her name's Whitney Cummings. I don't know if you remember, if you know her.
Yeah, she's very funny.
She said, I don't think I need to address it. You guys got it all figured out. I guess I'm the weirdo. I don't operate under the idea that every government and their people are the same. It's just racism, she said. That's what it was. It's racism. I can't believe you are against me going to perform there. That is saying that's a racist thing. Is it racism?
I watched this go down.
To expect our celebrities not to go to Saudi.
Back in the late 80s when South Africa was ending apartheid, there was a movement from musicians primarily, but entertainers, that they weren't going to play South Africa. And I think, what's his name, with the Springsteen band, actually released a song, I'm not going to play Sun City, which is a resort down there. So this isn't unprecedented. And I do think that entertainment, at least entertainers, do play a role in legitimizing or delegitimizing institutions like this. And I don't think, and I don't agree with going and performing in a place that we know full well will kill a journalist, will not allow women to drive. I mean, you can play a role.
Well, I don't want women driving
Well,
either.
I'm just saying, whatever your belief is, I'm against it. You should not go perform there.
Okay, then I guess it's agreed. Vic, you're in on this, right? Yeah. The Morning Huddle will never, ever, I'm saying it now, with my chest, we are never doing a remote in Saudi Arabia.
Unless, of course,
well, unless
you'll pay for the flight.
Yeah.
No.
And I don't have to, unless, of course, I don't have to see all of the blight and pain, unless I just stay in the nice places.
No, I need that talent fee.
Then I will change the system from within.
See, that's the thing. Everyone says, you shouldn't be doing that. That's bad for you. But then they say, well, we would like to give you $2 million to come here and do one night of
I am going to fix
joke telling.
From within. I'm going to tell truth to power. I'm going to stand there in Riyadh, and I'm going to tell them how silly they are, and I'm going to take their money just to show them.
Like Vic says, I don't like to leave I don't like to leave San Antonio.
Nope.
But if the Saudi government called and said, hey, Vic, you want to come out here for a week? And he says, no, absolutely not. I'm not leaving San Antonio. They said, we'll give you $10 million to come spend the week out here. Vic is he's on the plane.
Yeah, where do I stay?
He's on the plane.
Now I'm applying for my passport. That's what I'm doing.
In my life, there's one thing that is for certain. Everything is for sale.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Everyone's got a number.
There's a number for everything.
Yep.
In the words of the American poet Theodore DiBiase, he said once, everybody's got a price, everybody's got to pay.
In my experience.
And that's what he said.
I've heard a lot of no's turn to yes with one more decimal point.
Oh, yeah. Right?
Oh,
or one more zero.
That's right. That is right. All right, let's do this. Let's take our last break of the day, friends. Oh, man. Yeah. What a day it's been.
Yeah, show's flying through.
What do you got, big plans today, Vic?
I'm already gone.
Oh, no.
You're not
I'm
doing
just
anything,
babysitting the grandkids.
Oh, God, again?
Yeah. Well, one of them. The other one's at school.
Hey, you got to get some work done, man. Tell your daughter, why don't you take your kids to your work?
This is why I couldn't cancel Disney Plus, because they like Spidey and
Give
Friends.
her a book. Give the kids a book.
They can't read.
Then just tell them to make up a story.
Now I give them a marker, and then it's all over the sofa.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll do the daily lines on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
That defense looks loaded to me.
You know, I don't have wet dreams when it comes to men, but when I think of this defense, I have, I wake my wife up in the middle of the night. And we practice making babies because I'm that excited about this defense.
You going to be okay, Indy? Do you need a minute?
Needs a cigarette, I think.
You might need something.
Started reaching for the baby oil, but then I was like, Puff Daddy bought it all, so I can't even get baby oil. That's what this Texans defense does.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors. Why did they sell us their cars? Because we pay more at GiveMeTheVin.com. And why do we pay more? Because you and I both know that your car is worth more than others will offer you. And your time is worth more, too. I'm John Clay Wolf, and I created GiveMeTheVin.com. Sell me your car faster and hassle-free because you're worth more.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So, I'm a plumber and needed to get work in the door.
So business was going down the drain?
Yeah, I went to Staples. They printed yard signs, business cards, even flyers to leave at supply stores.
But at what cost, man?
Well, I saved $125 on my order, and now I'm booked solid. Boom!
Back at ya. For your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. Valid in-store and online. Ends 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
George gets justice. After an accident, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work, and the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you only pay if they win. Real help is within reach. Right now, call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Another episode brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but Prize Picks, well, I'll tell you what, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season. As the basketball season begins, Prize Picks is here for you. And whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or any kind of sports fan, there's always the games to be played. Prize Picks is the best way to win cash if you're a Spurs fan. More than Victor all the time. Heck, it only takes about 60 seconds to make your picks, and you can turn those picks into cash. It feels so good being right. I told you about Wemby. Dak's on an MVP kind of run. I like the more thans with Dax all season long. On Prize Pick, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose the Flex Pay, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. Up to 2,000x, no matter your play. Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Joel, don't you just love Halloween?
It's okay, but I do like your troll costume.
I'm not wearing a costume.
Folks, if your home's AC starts making those witching sounds or the pipes in your walls start moaning and clanging like ghosts having a party, call Quarter Moon at 651-5899 and we'll send our team of highly trained
Ghostbusters!
I was gonna say technicians.
I ain't afraid of no clogs.
Quarter Moon Plumbing and AC, 651-5899. License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I know a place where the grass is always greener. Bum, bum. Keep It Sportsy says WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi. They definitely had a price. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did.
The UFC went out there. Hell yeah. Neem says, will you do a remote in Israel? No.
No, there's no pot over there, right?
I'm out on Israel and Palestine. I've got no interest in going to the Middle East, quite frankly.
Tel Aviv's.
Don't they give you the death penalty for
I hear Tel Aviv's a pretty party place.
I hear it too. And people are like, oh, you know, Saudi's great. And what's the other place? The the place where everybody's like, oh, you get this
Emirates?
Yeah, UAE. I'm not looking to go to any of those places, quite frankly. I'm sure they're beautiful. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. Quite frankly, I'm not looking to go a lot of places, quite frankly. I'm not looking to go to Africa. See, I'm sure there's some really cool things to see there. Not for me. I'm good. What about safari with the lions? No. I don't need to be around lions. I'm not really trying to go to South America either. Well, a lot of bad stuff going on in these places. I'm out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to
That's why I stay home.
Yeah, man.
Right?
I'll travel around America. I might go to a couple European countries, maybe. Some of them. Might go to Australia one day.
I've always wanted to do that.
I'd go to Australia.
I always wanted to go there.
I might, you know where I might go one day? Maybe. This is a maybe. Japan. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
You think I'm going to China?
I'm not big on going to
I ain't going to China. No.
I want to go to Japón. I love to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Just to experience
I'd go there. But I think, that's about it over there.
That's it.
I ain't trying to go to any place. I got enough places I don't need to be.
There'll be ramen galore.
Oh.
Right?
Oh. All right. Let's wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Rob, I mentioned during the break, I might go with lamb instead of steak tonight. You said I was crazy.
That's crazy.
You always want to get. You always want to get the steak.
It's not called Peter Luger's Lamb House.
Well, that's true. You always get steak at the steakhouse?
Yes.
Okay.
I might every now and like if I'm at Kirby's, maybe the pork chop.
Okay. But it's not it's not Kirby's Pork House.
Well, no, but they are kind of known. But I'm going to a steakhouse. I'm getting steak.
Okay. You Rob and I went to a steakhouse. Like we went in a big group one time in Vegas. Where were we? Gordon Ramsay Steakhouse.
It wasn't a big group. It was just 4 of us.
It was 6 of us. My buddy Randy and his wife.
Yeah.
Rob's wife ordered chicken. And
no, did she order chicken? She might
Rob,
have. Yeah,
Rob
she
looked
did.
at her like she was out of her mind.
What the hell are you doing?
Wasn't she mad at you for ordering like
she was mad
expensive?
at because Rob ordered
I'm gonna do with I'm here, man.
Rob went for it.
When you're
like
at Mecca,
the 24-karat gold steak or something like that.
I want you to bring the cow out to me right quick.
It's $99.99.
And I think Kelly was martyring. She was like, "I'll take the dry chicken, please."
I'll take that so I can complain later.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only $200.
That's right. Alexander says, "I want to live in Spain when I retire." I'm not even kidding.
You.
My wife and I have talked about like moving to Spain or someplace like that.
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to that. Yeah. You need to move there, Vic.
I need to move there.
You need that health care. They'll find you a kidney like that.
Right?
You need. What I would do if I were you, I'd call Nick Mangold and negotiate a kidney.
Oh.
Like, hey man, you got one good one, I got one good one. I'll play you for it. Like, let's shoot some dice or something. Like, take a risk.
Oh yeah, he's got a number. I have one too.
Well, yeah, man. Yeah. Well,
I'd love to do that. Only got one left.
All right. The Major League Baseball playoffs continue tonight.
Yeah, man, this is going to be over earlier than we thought. Did you get the sense?
A 2-0 lead for the Mariners. George Kirby to the hill, their best pitcher, I think. For my money, he is. Minus 130 tonight, taking on Toronto, although it might be Toronto's best pitcher, too, and Shane Bieber. So Toronto minus 130. Total in that game is 7. Man, I've been amazed that the Mariners have held down these Blue Jays bats so far. Remember, these are the Blue Jays that were putting up like 15 spots every game against the Yankees.
Yeah.
And
this is utter dominance right now.
What have they done? Put up a total of, 4 runs in 2 games?
No one saw this coming. I don't think we're surprised at who might win this, but I
thought it would be a really good series.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at all at what's going on in the National League. Even as good as the Brewers were, this version of the Dodgers seems like a different level.
Yeah, I'm with that.
But I am surprised that this Mariners series has been as lopsided as it has been so far. And we all know the story of if it gets to 3-0, it's once in history in Major League Baseball it's happened. There's been a comeback. I think it'd be all over. And the fact that the Mariners have already won 2 games on the road, I think already tells you a lot about where this series is headed. College football tonight. College football. Delaware. The Blue Hens.
Yeah.
That's right, baby. 3-point road favorites at Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State's not very good. There's some real bad football on tonight. UTEP is at Sam Houston. Sam Houston trying to avoid the dreaded 0-12 season. UTEP favored on the road tonight, -2.5 at the Bearcats. I kind of do too. Coaches packed up and left, took all their players with them. They had like their first day of practice. They had like they would look like my son's junior high team. They had like 15 kids, and I'm like, all right, guys, good luck. Let's make it happen this year. And
nothing.
This is the other thing. My son's team, I told you they're shorthanded all year long. Yeah. Instead of practicing football all the time, they're like, keep losing because you guys are always tired in the fourth quarter. So they just condition the hell out of them nonstop all throughout the week. And then, of course, they get to game day. They're wore out. Middle school football, what a place. What a place. All right, National Hockey League today. You got the Florida Panthers at Detroit taking on the Red Wings. Panthers -140 favorites. Ottawa's -120 in Buffalo taking on the Sabres. And the Chicago Blackhawks in St. Louis taking on the Blues. Blues -240. God, the Blackhawks really stink. The Calgary Flames at the Utah Mammoth.
Get used to it.
The Mammoth. I'm still not used to it. But the Mammoth are Mammoth favorites. They are -230 favorites there. Calgary playing on a back-to-back after they lost to Vegas last night. So they make the quick jaunt over to Utah. Did you say Utes? To take on the Mammoth. Mammoth -240. Preseason hoop. Only a couple games today. Limited schedule today. Grizz at the Hornets. Hornets -4.5. Grizzlies a long way from healthy.
Yeah, man, if you're betting on these games, you're nuts.
Exactly. Toronto's +4 at the Celtics. Clippers laying 3.5 in Sacramento. And this might be a worthy watch. I haven't watched any preseason basketball non-Spurs. Dallas at the Lakers.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in that. Dallas 7.5-point favorites in L.A.
I wonder if Luka will play.
I got a feeling he will. Well, no, maybe not. There's 7.5. Well, LeBron. We know LeBron's not playing.
Have you seen Joker with his pirate
Yeah,
beard?
what do you think of this?
I don't know, man. Looks like he's been working with his brothers a little bit. If he starts showing up with games in a black leather jacket,
yeah,
he's joined the mob.
I'm not going to judge, as we've seen recently. I've made a change in my facial hair routine.
Right.
A lot of people have judged me for it, and I don't like it. I don't like feeling judged. So I don't want Joker to feel judged. He can have his facial hair however he wants.
It's a fair place for you to be.
Yeah.
Live your life.
You do what you like, Bubba. You do what you like. And a lot of discussion. Claymore's riling people up about UTSA losing Jeff Traylor in this mix. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, friends. I hope not. But it's entirely possible. I got a feeling whoever replaces him, if he does, is going to get fed up with our crap real quick. Sounds like Mike Elko's on the border of it already.
A little bit, but
yeah,
I've been around the block enough to never say, no, that ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen.
Shoddy, I think we got a little bit of leash with.
Oh, yeah.
He seems like he has fun with us.
Even after a loss, he's good.
Mike Elko, he was like, I got a lot going on. It'd be real nice. Like, I got to be on the phone with these chuckleheads in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you got to do what I got to do.
Hey, man, I'm the CEO. I don't like what I have to do. But
then we're like, oh, wait a minute. He's talking about us. Okay, my first thought was,
hey, wait a minute.
What other show do you got to do,
Did you say
Coach?
Yahoos?
Oh, wait.
I played the Aggie War Hymn for him.
Yeah, Vic was kissing his ass.
Least we could do.
Yeah, man.
Bunch of yahoos.
Give us a break, bro. Give us a break. There you go. That is the daily lines. As we know, lady basketball season is over, so there's none of that to entail.
Mm-hmm.
I do have the latest ESPN mock draft. We just have a minute or two here. You know who the new number 1 mock draft player is?
For the NBA?
Nope, NFL.
NFL, if I was drafting number 1, it would be the wide receiver from Ohio State.
Well, the New York Jets, who look well on their way to drafting number 1, Fernando Mendoza.
Well,
quarterback,
all right.
Indiana. How about that?
Nothing could go wrong there.
How
the guy I never heard of
that?
before 2 weeks ago is suddenly going to be the number 1 overall to the Jets. That sounds perfectly fine. That should work out well.
Cleveland Browns, number 3, Dante Moore from Oregon.
Another quarterback.
What other quarterbacks on the list?
I think he's probably the best quarterback coming out.
Who? Let me see where your guy is. Oh, the kid from Ohio State's not even eligible because he's
just a freshman.
He's a sophomore now.
But Mateer? He's probably fallen off since
that's only the
injury
only
and his performance.
Might be only 2 quarterbacks on the list in round 1 here. I don't see any other ones. Yeah. So, oh no, Ty Simpson, number 30 to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is he available? Is he already eligible?
Yeah. Oh, that pissed me off too. That pissed me off if the Steelers got him because I like him and I don't like the Steelers. 2 players for the Dallas Cowboys. As we know, they've got extra picks this year. It's got them at number 12, taking David Bailey, edge rusher from Texas Tech. And at number 29, Caleb Banks, defensive tackle from Florida.
Don't know him. I will trust that he's good.
Pile up defensive players. Pile them up. All right. That does it for us, friends. We're going to do this again tomorrow, except I'm not. These guys are. They'll be here working hard.
I work hard.
The Blitz comes up at 2. Apparently, Jason Minix is back. We didn't even know he was gone. He's back.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you